Ooh. Hello, Internet. Hello, Internet people. Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome. Welcome back. What are we doing today? We're doing game dev stuff. Here's my desktop. Here's my desktop. Okay, so last time we did some general brainstorming. Paint, are you gonna be cool? Paint, you don't want to show up? Maybe you're behind the desktop. You're behind the desktop. Okay. So we did a little layout of like the opening area for the tactical combat creature collecting turn-based RPG that I'm gonna make. And then I feel like now we've got ideas. Now the next step is gonna be actually representing that with like tile sets and stuff. Now the prudent thing to do would of course be to make my own art, but that's going to take a very long time, and I'm mostly interested in the functional aspects of this game. Mostly interested in making the combat system. So we're gonna use Pokemon sprites. I worked a little bit on the game over the last week. What did I do? I figured out collision. We switched to tile-based movement, so he only moves the individual tiles, just like Pokemon. Let me make that bigger. But then, hey, Crazy Pants. Well, my sound effects are way high. So we got tile-based movement going. Still got to figure out running. That'll be the next thing to do. But then we were able to move past things that we had collision with, like we would zoom past them. But I had a tutorial on how to prevent that. So now we can't move past things that we shouldn't be able to move past. That's pretty sweet. But then also, I've been screwing around over here with some different tile sets. Somebody made a game called Pokemon Gaia, and all of their tile sets are publicly available. Maybe not for legal use, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it for now. I doubt they'll send me a cease and desist because I think a lot of their assets are just ripped from Pokemon. So there's the original tile set I was using, which was definitely directly ripped from a Pokemon game, and that was what I was doing over here. Hey, Cheese. How you guys doing? How's chat doing? I know Crazy Pants has the day off, so she's probably doing okay. Probably chilling out. You doing good? What about me? I'm doing good too. I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm confident this will be an enjoyable experience. Something I need to get done. So we had the old tile set, and then I got the tile sets from Pokemon Gaia, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Like this is 1 out of 6 of them. Then you can like zoom in, and like, hey, there's a tree. There's so many trees, and a bunch of different water-related things, like water and sand, water and not sand, like a deep pit, a shallower water and a deep pit, sand meeting grass. So then I've been looking through those things and just kind of fiddling around trying to figure out, there's some cool things that you can do with tile sets. You import tile sets into the game, and then not into the game engine. And then you tell it like how many pixels by how many pixels each of your little tiles are, and then it's smart enough to just make the whole thing for you, which is pretty cool. Like we could just draw a tree. Let's do that. Let's draw a tree real quick. You just like highlight the whole thing, and then like boom, you can put a tree down. If you didn't want it to replace the ground, you can have a different layer. And then like, hey, now you got a little tree on the beach. Pretty sweet. But in addition to that nice little thing, you could also set up this really interesting thing called terrain. If you do it right, you can just like draw a little lake or a big lake, and it knows to like draw the borders for you. It's pretty fucking cool. Did I hear about the yuzu stuff? Yes, I did. I have no idea like what's gonna happen from it. I assume yuzu would stop. Wherever they are, Nintendo can probably successfully sue them and make them pay lots of money. Maybe not, though. Maybe they're willing to fight it. I would think even if they were in the legal right, because I would assume their argument is going to be like, we don't actually host any of the illegal aspects of emulation. Because you just need like the only illegal part about what Yuzu is doing is you need a special code from Nintendo Switches to be able to run their emulation stuff, but the code's really easy to get from old Switches that haven't been patched with newer firmware. And so like the code is just floating around on the internet. So it would suck if they got in trouble, but they are making like $30,000 a month on Patreon, so I kind of get Nintendo being a little bad. Yeah, I know Nintendo sued them. I know that's the news. Oh, they already deleted everything. Holy shit. That's too bad. And they were the people that did Citra too. Oh my god. Well, both of those were open source, I think. So like they'll still be floating around the internet. Maybe somebody else will further development of it. That sucks. Yuzu's fucking sweet. Ah, Crazy Pants, what did you say? It's nice to have the day off, but it's an admin day, right? Taxes and getting your car smog certificate. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea to be a responsible adult. I don't know a whole lot about that. You just popped in to say hi. You have other stuff to do. Okay, geez. All right. Well, enjoy your day. Thanks for stopping by. Should be a pretty chill experience today. Okay, so in making the terrains, I have come across a problem which maybe I can solve, and that's going to be kind of the first thing. So I know for our little starting island, that we're gonna have areas where like we go from water to beach to grass, right? So then of course Pokemon has that, of course, and so then we need to get all the terrain set up properly. Oh my god, my throat. One moment. Okay, are we back? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right. So then there's a problem with the transition. So the transition from sand to grass. This one's sand. This one's grass. This doesn't work out so well. So I thought I had found the right part of the tile set to do that. I thought that's what this was for, but now I'm thinking that actually what this is for making a little area of sand that is surrounded by grass. And that's like, let's demonstrate that. So if we did something like that, nope. Next height level. We did something like this, then it looks mostly correct. Obviously the colors are off, so then that's even a different kind of sand, or sorry, a different kind of grass. Being colorblind. Gonna make this a little bit difficult. So then what I want to do is essentially look through all the different tile maps. So there's this one. That's number one. Also, I imported them in order, but it did not, like number 2 is way up here. Like, why would it do that to me? This is number 2. Number 2 looks like it might be our best bet for finding other kinds of grass. Maybe not, though. There's all sorts of outdoor terrain things. I can even see up here is the like really thick tall grass for running into wild Pokemon. But I don't know. I don't see actual regular grass. It might just be somewhere else in tile set 1. But then we also have tile set 3, which is a little bit smaller, and it's also a lot of like bigger specific structures, like these weird like what are you, a town entrance? Like a little thing to walk under going into a town, or like a little festival thing? I don't know. If I could remember every part of every Pokemon game, I might remember. It also might be something specific to Pokemon Gaia. Okay, here's the grass stuff. And some objects that would go on grass. We'll come back and check these out. Is this the... Hold on, let's check. Is this the same color of grass? It is. Okay, that's interesting. So then this transition from sand to grass is just a very specific kind of grass. It's not just regular grass. That's annoying. All right, we'll figure it out. Maybe for now we just don't have a transition. It can look rough. It's just got to be like the goal here is to have a situation like this, and then to be able to spawn little overworld sprite Pokemon, and then to have them like have rules like what's your most important thing you need to do right now? Eat food. Okay, you're a Rattata. Where do you go to eat food? You're gonna run over to tall grass and do a little animation to eat some food. And it's not gonna be a complicated animation. It's just gonna be like a little like wiggle back and forth. So if you see a Rattata in tall grass wiggling back and forth, he's probably just eating some snacks. And maybe you could sneak up on him, get him into a fight with him. So essentially I need to just have biome types down, and then like be able to communicate to all of the different spawned Pokemon where you need to go. Like, okay, you're hungry and you're on the beach, but you eat stuff that's on the grass, go kind of randomly walk toward the grass and look around, and then find a patch of tall grass or something. So it doesn't need to look nice, but like I want it to look nice. At a distance, I think this looks okay. It's the corners. The corners are messed up. So we got to figure that out. There are some rules for how you set up the terrains that you draw. And I don't fully understand them. So we're going to just like screw around with those and get a better understanding by screwing around with them. So then let's go to the other tile sets. I think most of them have very specific things, like this. Or was this? This is in like... Shit, is it in gold and silver? No, it's a later game. Maybe not. Yeah, no, there's some later game where you go to like caves and there's a bunch of Geodudes. It's like a mining area, and you pass underneath all of this stuff. And so it's nice a bunch of these tile sets are very specific things that we won't necessarily need. Ooh, cool like magma rock thing. Sweet statue. Cool tile wall carving things. Ooh, a bunch of different stone textures. It'll be good for like cities or external areas outside the like lab building that's going to be in the main island. This I still don't really know like what you are. I kind of want to experiment a little bit. So we go over to tile map. Tile set is where you bring things in and kind of adjust them, where you can say like, hey, this little spot has collision. Don't let the player walk into it. And then tile map is where you go to actually draw things. I want to know, like, what are you? Just like a bridge thing? Because to me it very clearly looks like this. And oh no, okay, I can't move the way I thought. Scrolling does not work like Ace Sprite. Like this is just some hallway thing. Okay. It's weird that it's set up to be very clearly like one big thing. Like it probably wasn't reused as little pieces. Maybe it was, but like a lot of the ground tile sets, a lot of things that go on the map are represented in a 3x3 like this, and then a 2x2 like this, and then that lets you set up a terrain like, I don't know, like this lake. So this lake has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It has 13 total things, 9 plus 4. And so then that way, when you draw, you can draw a square with just the 3x3. But if you want to draw something like this, you also need the 2x2 to handle these little spots. The like internal corners. Actually, maybe it's not those. It's these. Yeah, it's these parts. Maybe. I don't know. Not totally sure. I do know that when I didn't have all 13, I couldn't draw like complicated shapes like this and have it adapt correctly. So it seems like that's why they're represented as a 3x3 and then a 2x2 somewhere else. Whoa, this is fucking weird looking. What's your deal? Interesting. Okay, so clearly a drawback of having all of these tile sets and not making my own is if I'm making my own 1x1, then I know what each thing is for. And I can make sure colors match and stuff. This is interesting to see all these weird little sets that they clearly go together because they have a 3x3 and then a 2x2. But to not know exactly what they are. This does look like some interesting kind of like stonework, and then it has transparency on it. So you can set it on top of different ground surfaces and it'll look different. Like that's cool. Ooh, also like a lava pit. Do you have a little 2x2 square? It might just be this. No, this clearly goes to this because it has this same border color. Huh. Lava guy, where's your 2x2? Interesting. I guess that could mean that it's only represented as like a square without any complex curves to it. Interesting. Okay. Whoa. A cute little pool. That's fun. So yeah, part of what I wanted to do is to go through all of these things just to be aware of what I have access to. Like this looks like some kind of unique cave entrance. There's so many different cave entrances. Cool rock. This is obviously some like ruin stuff. We're gonna for sure need this. What are these things? Just like a construction equipment. The same machine, but viewed from 3 different angles. Not 4. Okay. Ooh, a bigger magma rock thing. Sweet. Sweet. What? You're like a roadway. This is like a road light, a street light? Okay. So maybe like the biking trail thing. Maybe this is the sprite for that. That would make sense. Okay. Check out tile set 4. What's your deal? Like a bunch of shipping stuff. Another cool pool. Oh my god, I saw this when I was uploading it. Like some a little thing. Like a little, I don't know, billboard thing. But it's not a billboard. It's a little like sign you could walk behind and then like, oh haha, you're a Toxicroak? Krogunk. One of those. Your face sticks through. That seems kind of fun. Actually, that would be a good lesson to figure out figure out collision. Because it looks like what we would want to do is we want to have collision with this lower layer. So you can't walk all the way through it, but you want to be able to walk behind it. And then we'd also need to make sure that this thing is like floating above the layer the player walks on, so that they could walk behind it and not appear like they're walking on top of it. And then Godot engine just handles the transparency just fine, and then our character's face would show up. But you know, we'll get to that eventually. Okay, so this is all like shipping containers, like dock things. Ooh, a bunch of like beams for construction. That's cool. What are you? Just like a little raised cement area. And it doesn't have a 2x2 with it, so you can't do complex shapes. Okay, actually, this is bugging me. What is it that you get from adding the 2x2? Like with the 3x3, let's do the lake again. So with the 3x3, you could always draw this square. So then, is it specifically... Oh, this does not work if you try to just... Oh, it kind of works. Whoa. Oh, that is weird. Okay. Let's make a more complicated shape. What part is not... I guess it is this corner specifically that is included in the 2x2s. Yeah. Okay, it's these last things. And that's one of them? Maybe? No, because that's mostly water. So then the 2x2 would have been this, and that. Yeah. Okay. It's weird that it puts it in that order and not at the very end. Let me confirm that. Let's go look at that. It's in like tile set 1. Yeah, the 2x2 is these weird little sections where it's just a tiny bit of land. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Great. So let's undo these silly things. We don't need them. So I want to try and get the sand grass situation working correctly. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. But if not, what do we already have done? I have a grass and sand. No, I didn't actually add to these yet. Okay. So I did a sand plus water, which is what I made the island out of. And then it doesn't look so great when you start having very quick transitions right here. This looks a little bit sloppy. So then I think in some cases, the answer is that Pokemon was just designed to not do this. They just very specifically avoided this kind of situation. I don't really know how. I guess by the shapes that they chose to make in beach areas didn't have these abrupt transitions. That looks especially bad right here. And like it looks less bad down here, but this still looks kind of wrong. It does technically connect. But it kind of loops back in a way that looks a little bit odd. To have it repeat all the time. Let me look at the tile sets and see. I don't think there's any other way to deal with that. Because we only have the 3x3 and the 2x2. And then if I go to paint is where you like add in properties. So like if you want to go to if you want to change your terrains, you go to paint in the tile set, and then you go to terrains, and then you select your terrain set, which is just called terrain set 0. And then you can kind of see the way that this is shaded in. you can click on spots to shade them. Oh shoot, right. I need to select the right thing. So on the right, we need to go to the layers section. And then, oh wait, no, it's not layers. Nope, it's terrains. Terrain sets? Yeah, terrain sets. Okay. And so then the thing that we want to work on is the sand plus grass. No. The thing we want to work on is just sand. Oh no, it's sand plus water. Right. Okay, and that is what this one is. Can we have more room for this window? Ooh, we can. Okay, that's nice. A little less room for the main windows. It seems okay. So I can actually see the whole names. So then sand plus water is this color. And that's really nice if you were... sometimes you'll highlight one part of a tile set to be one terrain and then another part of a tile set to be another terrain, and then you can clearly see based on the color of the highlight. So if we select sand plus water, then we can make changes. But we don't want to do that. What you want to do is highlight all the things that are the like central aspect of the terrain. So in this case, sand. And then there is, let's see, a mode that tells you how it's like matching things up. It can just match the sides, or it can match corners, or it can match corners and sides. If you do match corners and sides, it's a much more complicated highlighting system. And you need more information. So I need to experiment with that to figure out when we can do that. And I don't think any of the Pokemon tiles are done that way. A lot of the tutorials I looked up, everybody was like, do match corners, and then you need a 3x3 and a 2x2, and then you can draw shapes. So it'll be interesting to figure out where you need match corners and sides. And then the way that you fill this out, when you like highlight all of these internal sections, and then you select this middle section to kind of let it know. Actually, are you selected? You are selected, okay. To let it know that you want this tile to be part of this set, and then you want this tile to appear when this tile is on its left and when this tile is on its right. And then it also knows like it will fill in any number of these tiles until it gets to one of these edges. Which is fucking sweet. It's sweet that it just auto-populates that stuff. But clearly I don't fully understand it. Or these, like I was saying before, this tile set was not meant to be drawn like this. But, you know, what can you do? If I have to avoid certain geometries for the beach, fine. It would be nice to have a sort of realistic meandering beach line. But I don't know. Pokemon games look pretty good, and they don't necessarily have that. So whatever. I'll deal with it. But yeah, let me finish. I think we looked through all the tile sets except the very last one, and the last one is like kind of crazy. Let's get out of paint so it's easier to look at it. Last one is all of these weird. I don't know if this is supposed to be like for some kind of like underground cave, maybe, and then in these little finger areas in between these little sections, like there's gonna be like water. Ooh, actually, yeah, it's probably this cool looking water texture. No, is that stone? That's stone. That's stone. All right. But this looks like for some special area that's like unique to Pokemon Gaia. Ooh, also giant fountain. Oh, and then yeah, there's like a water geyser in the middle. Okay, that's cool. The other thing to consider is we don't have animations, so water is going to look a little bit boring until I either find the animated sprites, which are their Pokemon sprites are all over the fucking internet, but it's very difficult to find them complete and packaged nicely for using with Godot. But you know, we'll do what we can. Okay, so now it's time to actually do the thing I want to do, which is fuck around with this and try to get this to look right. So first of all, at a distance, does it look that bad? If you, nope, we need to go to the tile map. We need to get out of terrain. Like zoomed in up close, it's very clear that those are different shades of green. But does it look so bad? Nope. We've got to be on a different layer. Let's pretend this is a ground object. Nope, let's pretend it's at height 1. Okay. So that if we do that, then we go back to the tile set so nothing is grayed out. I guess that looks okay at a distance. All right, so that seems fine. But then that doesn't help. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm fine with the slight color variance. The fact that this is a slightly, like darker green than this green, that's okay. This part, not okay. And the answer might just be, like I said, that we just can't use the tile set. I think we can though. And the main thing is we need the right pieces? Because aren't you? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, you don't actually go all the way to the corner. So then that is definitely a problem. Because then we can't use it for a transition from a large sandy area into a grassy area. What could we do? If we were willing to have a different geometry, like much more square, would that help? No, because the problem is just always the corner. And like squares have corners. They don't necessarily have a complicated corner like this where it's 2 rotating 90-degree pieces. But you're still always going to have that 90-degree piece. Okay, so are there any other tile sets that would let me do what I want? Or are we restricted? We can still do the transition, but it has to always be on like straight areas. And of course, we can do the opposite transition. We can go from a small area of sand inside of a large grass area. But again, that's not what we're after. Oh? So what's your deal? You're another set of grass. Same design though, just different colors, probably for like a different biome. Okay. And you do the same bullshit though, right? Where you're transparent on that side. But you take up the whole tile. Okay. Nah, there's the answer. Because there's no other transparency. Okay. Okay. I'm new to this, all right? I don't fully understand. So I think what that means is what we could do is okay, I need to be in tile map. I just need to have like a patch of grass under here. I needed to essentially extend it out a tiny bit more. Shit, okay, where's the grass? It's in this. It's at the beginning of tile set 3. Just crazy. I would think Pokemon, grass would be like the first thing. Trees, yeah, trees and grass should be like the first thing. I don't get it. Oh my god, where am I? Where are we? It keeps your XY coordinates consistent between tile sets. Oh, I guess that's a good reason to make sure they're exactly the same size instead of close to the same size. But whatever, I'm an amateur. It's fine. Okay, so if we just put this square, we extend the grass further than we actually think we want it because we're going to cover up the rest of it, and we need it to be there for just the top right corner. Okay, so now if we get off of our tile map, now it looks fine. Okay, so then that's just going to be something I have to remember while drawing. The other thing is that I didn't actually set up a terrain for drawing this transition because I wasn't sure how to fix that problem. And I was like, well, if I don't know how to fix that problem, then there's no purpose in having this terrain to work like this. I'll still want it if I want to draw little grass areas inside of, nope, little sand areas inside of grass. But that wasn't the challenge that I was looking to overcome at the moment. Okay, so what we want to do is go back to tile set. Then we want to go to paint. And then we want to look at the sand grass combo. And where are we? There we are. Oh my god. Right, but we don't want to be in tile set 3. We want to be in tile set 1. Okay. So now hold on. Did I actually already denote things for it? Let's go into terrains. Okay, I tried. And if I remember right, it's like hilariously bad. Like, what would happen if we tried to draw like a little line here? Yeah, or if we tried to draw a square of it. It's trying to put this in the middle. So, clearly not what we want. And maybe we can't actually do this. It seems like terrains want to be an enclosed shape. And, you know, I guess we are kind of trying to do that. But it's extra complicated because we're not just trying to have an enclosed shape. At these corners, it's like an enclosed shape with an extra tile below it. So even if we actually, yeah, let's prove this. Let's prove this. So even if we told it to have grass in the middle, which, oh my god, we'd have to switch to a different tile set for the terrain. To a different image. I guess that's okay, but just real quick. I'm sure there's no grass here. That seems so strange to not have grass. Got lots of different dirt and sand options. Okay, yeah. Well, then this would be a good time to find out if we can we switch tile set images, and then essentially I would just fully highlight you to say you're the inside of sand and grass. Okay, cool. I was having a weird issue working with this where it would not update. And like you can tell it's updated over in the tile map if you can see the tile you added. It was not updating. So I would just have to save and close it and open it, and then it would have updated. I bet there's something you can do. There's probably a way to be like, hey, refresh the cache or something. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so now let's try it. Okay. That is a special kind of fucked up, my dude. Holy shit. Okay, so you know what? Let's just start over. So over here, we're on page 2. Let's just bin sand and grass. Oh, right. I was also trying grass plus sand to try and do it the other way. Okay, so let's also bin that. So now let's make a new element. Shit. I should call it maybe not grass plus sand, but like sand to grass. Let's just do sand grass for now. Okay, so then we choose a color for it, but the color doesn't really matter. The color just matters for us being able to see what we've highlighted and what we haven't. And because I'm colorblind, I'm not going to be able to look at and remember each of these. But that is the general goal, to be able to look and see like, oh yeah, the things I have highlighted purple is the hilltop. I could do that for a few things, but I'm not going to recognize the colors that distinctly. Okay, so now we have sand grass. So then we go into tile set. We're already here. We look at terrains. Go to sand grass. Sparkling and new. And we're going to say you're the middle. We're going to go to tile map. No. We're still in tile set. We need to define the rest of it. So then go back to the original. And then which? Do we want to use this one? Or do we want to use the lower one? It kind of, I feel like this green matches better to our grass out here. I guess we can, let's test that. We go back to just the tiles. We go to the tile map, then go to the tile page. Let's just like put you in here. And then we scroll down. Just pan down, and then we put you. Yeah, that's slightly better. Hey, big guy. What's up, goat? I ain't no goat. Neither the mountain creature or the greatest of anything. But I'm doing all right. How are you doing? We're oh god, they're both not right. We'll go with the lighter one. Why not? You got a new PB on expert. Nice. Oh my god, 111. You people are fucking crazy. You and Team Worm and Karaga and all the other people who are actually like good at Minesweeper. I don't even fucking like, how do you do that? But congratulations. That's impressive. Sorry, my immediate response was like, dear God, how do you do that? You're not good, you're just an insane person. It's probably a little of both, right? All right, so we need to define the outer shape. Oh, right, but this is only for having grass inside of it. We don't have like an inverse with grass on. Sorry, this is for having sand inside. We don't have an inverse for having grass inside of it. So maybe if I could like define this backwards, how would that even work? Essentially, I would do the opposite. Let's see what happens. This seems insane. But this was the thing that I realized I wanted to try. Okay, and then we would come over here because we need the corner pieces. And again, normally you would highlight all of these where the sand is, but we're trying to use this backwards. I feel like this is going to just not work. And we're going to have to accept essentially manually drawing these transitions. Your puzzle solving skills are bad. You just click quickly. It's interesting that with Minesweeper at some point, it kind of goes beyond just like puzzle solving and it's just like pattern recognition, right? Like at first your brain is puzzle solving. And then once it recognizes enough of the patterns, like I feel like there are large sections of Minesweeper where I'm just like, it's almost like you're translating something rather than thinking about how it actually works. You're not analyzing it as a puzzle anymore, but like a thing to read. It's very strange. So, I feel like if your puzzle skills are bad, but you get your minesweeping skills to that point, then maybe it's okay that your puzzle skills are bad. And really, you can read it well enough, you don't have to. You notice you just look for a pattern and click rather than looking at the numbers. Yeah, it's like you're looking like past the numbers. It's a cool feeling. It sucks when you're in that flow and then you screw up. It feels like I don't know. You read things wrong. Feels like your brain let you down. Okay, so now we have the problem where it didn't add the terrain into the sand grass. And maybe it just can't do that this way. Maybe because of what I'm asking it to do, it makes no sense to it. But I was just thinking that it would look for, because if we do this the way that we know works, but doesn't achieve what we want, and actually let's do that real quick. So let's make a new terrain up here, and that one's gonna be, maybe sand in grass, because that's the like the way that this tile set is supposed to be used. You're putting sand inside of a patch of grass. Her girlfriend started playing and she got a 400-second expert time on her second ever completion. You're thinking she might just be a prodigy. Yeah, Jesus, honestly, that sounds like either she is like freakishly good at games or like maybe she's played Minesweeper before. I don't know. That seems too crazy. Like 400's not an amazing time, but for the second time you ever did it, that's fucking crazy. Okay, so let's set this up the way it's supposed to be set up for sand in grass. And let's see how that goes for us. We need to click each of the little dots that lets Godot know to include each of the tiles. And then we want to click the sections that are actually sand. Same thing over here. We got to click each of the tiles, add everything that's actually sand. Okay, and then let's go over to tile map. Let's look at sand in grass. Do a little control shift drag, and it does work. Okay, now, whoa, bro. That was an interesting, I accidentally hit control X instead of control Z, and the camera just jumped me. Oh boy, well, I hit control Z after, so hopefully we undid whatever the hell I cut. Okay, so we want to be above the ground here, so we can demonstrate that this works. And then if we get off of our drawing, like, hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, so it works fine when you do it in the way that you want. When you do it in the way that it wants. Hannah's cracked. Maybe she is. Have I ever played Factorio? No. I do own a copy of it. I visited trying to play that with Crazy Pants, but then she didn't have a good PC. But now she does. So we should definitely revisit that game. Big recommend playing it with aliens off for your first time. Oh no, are the aliens like little fuckers? Do they just come down and like steal your shit or ruin your things? 'Cause that sounds lame. Otherwise, aliens would be cool. God, my right eye is twitching. Chill out, eye. Okay, so that's really disappointing that it seems like I can't do what I want with this tile set. But maybe we can use sand and grass the way it's set up. And like, what happens if we just drew a line with it? Shoot, I need to actually select one. Okay, now that's really lame. Okay, so it's definitely not gonna do what I want because it won't just. I was thinking if you just drew a line with it, it would essentially draw this, but it won't draw that until you give it an extra thing like right next to it. Like once I draw right next to it, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can connect all that for you. There you go. But until then, holy shit, does it just look like nonsense. That's so lame. Oh? Okay. So if we connect it right from the beginning, it'll do it. And the difference here is that I started off of this corner piece that it already knows to connect to. Okay, but now that's still a problem because what if we weren't near anything? Could we no, like connect them? And that sucks because then we can make it work. Whoa. We can make it connect things, but then it isn't what we want, which is to make a transition between grass and sand. Okay, so maybe let's experiment with the other matching modes. Aliens invade your factory in size and frequency based on how much pollution you output. That's hilarious. It makes it really hard to learn how to make efficient factories when they constantly come and fuck your shit up. Yeah, that's a good point. So then is the point that the dev designed them as a way to incentivize you to not pollute? Because that's a fun idea. But if they spring it on you at a point where you've already built a bunch of things that pollute. No, it's just a scaling survival mechanic. Then is it really, really hard to build a system, a factory that doesn't pollute? If that's the case, that's very funny. That's like good commentary. It is, okay. That feels bad. I would hope like near endgame, maybe there is no endgame for Factorio. I would hope at some point you could like buy more expensive replacements. It's impossible? Your output and throughput would be terrible? Oh, it sucks it's impossible. That sounds like a cool extra challenge to deal with. Like going green. Also a good thematic tie-in for factories. Okay, so we're gonna try making a Sand in Grass 2. And Sand in Grass 2 is gonna be some weird shit. Where, oh, you know, I just realized the matching mode is for everything. Oh no, so if we change the matching mode, it changes it for everything, and that's really bad. So hold on. We can make a new terrain set, maybe. Not, okay, it's not there. Wait, no, is it? Is it? Shit. Yes, because now we have the matching option. Okay, so then let's do match corners and sides, and let's make a new terrain in here, and call it Sand and Grass 2. And so then when we're in the tile set, we would go with terrain set 1, and that's only gonna have sand and grass in it. Okay. So then let's figure out how the fuck to do this. So what we're going to try is... Ooh, shit. Also, I don't know if each tile set can only belong to one terrain type. We might have just overwritten... Let's see. Let's see if we're overwriting our other terrain set. Let's go over to Tilemap. And then Sand and Grass. Oh, we are. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, for the sake of experimenting, let's do this. You unlock solar panels, but you still need to burn ores and stuff which produce pollution. Damn, that sucks. It's like a puzzle trying to create things that work good. It's super fun and satisfying. Yeah, I've heard amazing things about Factorio. Nobody has said... Every person who's like, the art's not that good, every other person is like, no, but the game is so fun. Like, just try it. We'll be right back. All right. Okay, so our experiment is going to be specifically... I guess, you know what? Let's just try... Do we need to activate the middles of all of them? Well, at least I think so. I don't actually know how this matching system works. I'm going to set this up the same way as the other Sand and Grass one. And we'll see how it acts differently. Because it kind of feels like this is just generally for a different type of tile set. One that I can't really imagine. Ooh, one more. Okay, let's go draw some stuff with this. And let's see if it makes no sense. Okay, it works perfectly. So let's try... Ooh, I mean, honestly, that works really well. It looks fucking sweet. I mean, like, not realistic or sensible. I don't know why sand would be in that pattern. But it does work. Ooh, it sucks that just... Like, this is just me, like, dragging the mouse. It does eventually get you there. Cool. Okay. It's a little funky, but it gets you there. Okay, so then... If we have that set up like this, what happens if we just... We did something like that. Oh, okay. We can get it to work if we go in the right direction. Like we have to go back over it? Oh, no. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Spoke too soon. Clearly, this is designed for drawing geometric shapes that are not just 1 pixel or 1 tile wide. Okay. You worked over here, not when I went the initial direction, but when I came back. How do I get that to do that? Because right now you think you are the like bottom layer. And that's absolutely what I want. Okay, so clearly this is just not intended for this. Maybe there is some way to do this, to like tell it to function differently. What does contiguous do? I'll look that up. Damn. I would think that would mean that it just like connects the whole thing, but it still does that even when I'm not, when I don't have contiguous checked. Oh, it's so close. It's so frustrating that it did what I wanted here, even though this is clearly not designed to do this. What are you thinking, tile set? Terrain set? What exactly? Oh, that sucks because it almost works. Okay, so then what is the real answer? The real answer is I should like probably whip up my own tile set, and it would essentially just be an inverse of this. Where this has grass, I would need sand, and where this has sand, I would need grass. So I could probably just take the grass tile, take the sand tiles, take this transition between them, keep this transition, and then swap everything else. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a giant pain in the butt. And also it sucks that we broke our other terrain map. Although I guess actually this still works for what I want to do with the original sand and grass. So I guess we just keep it. But then also let's delete all of this. Can I not? Am I not allowed to shift click delete? Maybe I need to not be in terrains. Nope. We don't have the eraser selected here anymore. There we go. All right. Just getting used to the fucking idiosyncrasies. Okay. So let me make a note that I need to make. That block has been updated. Don't care. Make a custom tile for grass in sand. That is specifically what I want. And it's so interesting that at least this Pokemon Gaia doesn't have the inverse. I would think you would have sand and grass, and you'd have grass and sand for being able to handle both transitions. But that means they either use a system that's smarter than Godot, or has more built-in functionality with tile mapping to just be able to handle this manually. Or not manually, sorry. I handled this manually down here. That's too bad. Honestly, I wouldn't. Probably Godot can do it, and I just don't know how to make Godot do it with my limited knowledge. That's okay though. Okay, so let's look at other terrains, because the general idea is that I want to make up all the terrain sets. So we're gonna need like a cool, like rocky area. And ooh, I probably want to be able to have these different little kinds of pools and things. Like it's cool to have a shallow water one and a deeper water one. Oh, and shoot, these aren't just pools. Like it's easy to think that because of how they're set up, but this could also be for like a rocky coastline that doesn't lead to a beach. Okay, so yeah, let's set that up. So do I keep 2 different terrain sets? Can I just copy you? Hold on. Is there anywhere to just copy this motherfucker and move it? What does that do? That reorders it in a giant list of them. That's not going to help me. All right, you know what? Fine. You can just hang out. Maybe in the future it would be smarter to organize like our different terrain sets. Like the top terrain set is all land and the bottom terrain set is water meeting land. Then another terrain set that is inside caves. I don't actually know if it makes sense to separate them like that. Oh, okay. One obvious way it would make a difference is you would see less clutter when you're switching between these. Oh, and very cool. It lets you know, like, hey, this one's already spoken for in terrain 1. It's nice it tells you, but I do wish you could use it for multiple terrain sets. Maybe there's a reason that makes no sense. Like this is also where you set up collision to like say whether the player can walk on this or not. So maybe there would be some problem there. But certainly if you were willing to have the player walk on it or not walk on it for either of the terrain sets, or for both of them rather, it has to be the same for both of them, then I still don't see a reason why I couldn't actually set it up the way I want and have each different tile in the tile set belong to 2 different terrains. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so we're gonna call this water ground, water rock maybe. Ooh, but then there's these. Oh my god, it's crazy to think that like, man, Pokemon is such a simple game, and then you look at the art assets and like, holy shit. Taxes have been filed. Did you do an itemized deduction? Did it end up being better to do that? Because there's probably quite a bit of searching we could have done to get some better deductions if you went itemized. Are you sure you got everything? Like you can deduct tons of weird shit. Okay. All right. You did deduct tons of weird shit. Okay, all right. What you're gonna get a sweet return? Right? That's the thing. That's the thing you get. Okay, we're just gonna number these. This is gonna be Water Rock 1. And I think I like the match corners and sides. Okay, sweet. Is it VR tax return money? We'll just get rid of everything in our homes, no TVs, and we'll just have VR on all the time. You won't be putting the numbers here, yeah, for sure. No need to advertise. All right, so wait, you know what? While I'm here, we're gonna make Water Rock 2. We know we're doing at least 4 of these. Water Rock 3. Water Rock 4. Okay, and then over here we're gonna go terrain set 1, and then Water Rock. So that is this guy. This was a terrible color. Something like, just be, oh, I can't see red that well. Just be like not blue and not brown. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, great. Okay, so middle says include me, and then everything else tells him where to be included. And I think we're going to try to stick to the pattern of, we're calling this Water Rock because water is the center of it. Water is this centerpiece. Okay, well, wait, we messed up here, right? Because we don't... Yeah, we just want this internal section. Cool. Between your bonus getting a raise and a good tax refund, we may in fact have VR money. Sweet, dude. We gotta get Andrew his Oculus Rift back. Okay, and then this one we just do the opposite. All the outside parts, because the outside parts are water. This is an interesting issue. I don't know how much of this, like, do we do all but the inner piece? Let's experiment. Let's find out. So we can go to terrains. And then, all right, this is gonna look silly, but. So what if we draw, oh, here's that problem. We added a terrain set, but it didn't save. So what if we just save the world? But not just that, I need to specifically save the tile map. But the tile map is part of the world. Okay. So if we go to tile set, it's in here. It knows we did it. It knows that it's part of terrain set 1. It knows we're working on water rock, and we've defined it. But then it's not over here. No, now it is. Okay, so it just takes a second. All right. Okay. Great. So then we can just do what I wanted, which was I wanted to try this. We have the eraser on. Oh, so many times. So many fucking times have I got by that. Oh, okay. Okay. No, this is good. This is making me question things. So it functions. Whoop. Need to hold control and shift. Got like a little tiny. Yeah. Okay. How about then? Okay, actually, yeah. Can we change? No, we can't. We can't make it smaller unless. What if we delete things? It is smart enough to adapt. That's so fucking cool. Okay, I mean now we have the problem of the fact that we have no ground terrain, but like obviously, this is just a fucking test because you wouldn't just have sand harshly transition into dirt. Cool. Okay, so then this fucking fun. We're still in the eraser mode, bro. Unerase. Okay. Cool. So this functions how I want. Great. Oh my god. My right eye will not stop twitching. Okay, so then let's just undo everything. Great. Save. All right, we have water and rock. Let's get a few more water and rocks. Let's do number 2. Oh, you're ugly brown. You know what? No, I can see it well enough, I think. It's not worth the time to change all these. So now we'll have some nice, like, diverse options. When it comes to drawing, like the transition between ocean and ground, ocean and land, I guess. One thing that I wish, and maybe it is here, going from shallow water to deep water. I don't think these edges here handle that. Maybe they do. But we'll do a little test. Because I think it'd be nice to have like you have like deep blue for the ocean, but then as it gets close to the beach, a shallower, a lighter colored blue. And then Like the player would be able to walk in the lighter colored area, but not the deeper colored area without swimming. And I don't know if we're doing swimming. Probably not for now. We gotta focus on the essentials for this. Maybe if we get a functional demo working, and then I could convince people to help me with it. Maybe we'll find somebody to animate swimming. It'd be pretty cool. Okay, so what the hell am I doing? I did this, so I need to do this. So we need to add all these into it. Click on the middle to let it know it's part of the set. And then we're only highlighting water. And so then it seems like if we do all but these internal corners, it works the way that we want. Cool. Great. Okay, so Water Rock 2 is done. And then we're going to go find Water Rock 3. Whoa, I used you for part of a tile set? Maybe I did. For what, like water or something? What did I use you for? This? No, this doesn't have pure water in the middle of it. It has sand in the middle of it. I feel like I had one for water and then I deleted it. But then it didn't remember, or it doesn't update on this end. Okay, that's inconvenient. Oh, is this? Right, these are part of this. Okay. One thing I still need to find is the ground type that goes along with each of these like rocky situations. Okay, so let's get these done. And then I have some testing to do to figure out like transitions. It's crazy how much work each individual part of this is. Like understanding how to actually functionally take pixel art and bring it into a game in a way that is like streamlined and efficient. Fucking crazy. The lower one is for you? Yeah, I mean, look at the water, buddy. Wonder if that sweet rabbit AI tool could do this for me. I bet it would screw up. Probably if I showed it which specific ones to do, I bet it could do it. But if I was like, find all the water rock combos, it would probably mess up. The rabbit is a new tool that has been demonstrated. It uses, it's like a, it could just have been an app, honestly, but it is a little piece of hardware you like attach to your phone. I think you can just attach it to other things. And the idea is that it watches you do stuff. Their advertisement sounds pretty cool. Some guy is just like, hey, rabbit, take all of the photos that I took today and process them the way that I process this one. And then I guess it's just supposed to be smart enough to know. And it must have access to your phone, which still just kind of seems like it should be a fucking app. So then it can look at the date of all the photos you've taken, know which ones you took today, know what kind of processing you did. But then my question would be like, if you were processing each photo on your own, wouldn't you be like, whatever you're doing, increasing the color saturation or whatever else to a certain point that it looks like what you want? I would think a lot of that would be individually tailored. But maybe not. Maybe if you're just doing some general changes and you want all the photos to have those changes applied to them in a blanket way. I guess it would make sense. Okay, so now we have all of those. But then the thing that I want to look at is if we go back to Tilemap and we just go look at the tiles. So let's say we had a different situation. Actually, I guess we could just do it here. Why not? Why not? So I'm on the eraser again. All right, so let's say we had like kind of a rocky inlet here, right? No, wrong. Okay, so something like that, and then it's going to transition here. Oh, I could have easily just grabbed all three. Okay, so something like that. But actually, I realize I've already made a mistake because my whole goal was what I want is to... Wow, that was a much faster way to do that. I want shallow water leading to deep water. And I want to see if... Does this make a good transition for that? And you know what? Let's back it up. Yeah, let's redo this. Let's say it's like this, and then it's like that, and then we just have some water coming in. So then if we took, like, the idea would be we're going from like shallow to deep. Yeah, that doesn't look good, and just specifically this transition. So how do Pokemon games just not handle that? Do they just avoid deep water near shallow water? And there's either water you can walk in and it's never connected to deep water that you can't walk in, that you can only surf in? Or do they have some kind of custom tile for that I just, I don't see here? Yeah, shoot, and there's no beach tile that handles essentially, I want a version of these tiles that are beach to shallow water. No way, bruh. Okay, we're about to scan through a bunch of tiles to see if that's actually the case. Like, I'll absolutely work within those limitations. It's not something you really, at least personally, it's not something I question while playing Pokemon. Like you go down to the beach. Let me find a screen cap. Like what, south of Fuchsia City? Route 19. Okay. Screen caps. Route 19 screen caps. Are you gonna know I mean Pokemon? Yeah, well, it's okay. Somebody did. All right, so then let's just glance at this. Like right here, you don't really question, like, oh, the beach should go from the sand to shallow water, because everybody who goes to beaches, maybe even people who don't go to beaches, understand that typically you can stand. There's a little bit of room to stand in the water. Throat, what have you done? Okay, let's try that again. Great. Like, you know, you'd be able to walk, like, my God, maybe even like out to here. Like, I don't know. So then that's a little bit annoying. I guess maybe what I could do is put some layer. I could put like an opacity layer on top of the darker water so that it would look even darker at one point, and then that would be the like, hey, you can't go past this situation. And honestly, that might be helpful just to have that for other purposes, for like making certain areas look darker or something. Yeah. Okay, so then that's frustrating, but it seems like that might just be a limitation of Pokemon. And that's so lame though. That's so lame to not just have a gradual transition between the two. Okay. I'm gonna make a note about that too. Transition from shallow to deep water. Make opacity layer. Make custom sprite. So it wouldn't be a sprite. No, it would be a sprite. Sprites don't have to be animated, do they? I don't know. Maybe. All right. All right. This is so funny. I just like can't accept that this is not a thing. Some other kind of cute little pond situation. I love these little tiny ponds. I assume for like if it's raining. Oh man, I would love to have weather effects. It would be like, that sounds like, just imagining Pokemon. It sounds so cool to like step out of a gym after a battle and to notice it's raining heavily, and then to think in your head like, oh, that means some other kind of Pokemon is going to be out. And then to be able to like go to where they would be and to see them, like, I don't know, come like maybe a worm, because worms come out in the rain, or like maybe Pidgeys come down to like bathe in the, like, maybe not these ponds, but maybe ponds that are like, that collect in like a rocky area so they can like get clean. I don't know. Just, it'd be so cool to predict animals' behavior after you've seen them acting certain ways, and then know that you can capitalize on that to have a chance to catch him. Okay, that's fine though. I can still work within this tile set. That is just disappointing. So what else are we gonna need? Probably these little hill areas. It looks like this is a 3x3 for a little hill. What is the regular ground texture for these hills? Oh, I guess no, it's bro. Come on, dude. It's included in this. It's this. This is the regular ground texture. This is what the ground would look like if it was surrounded by a giant hill. Okay. Fine. We'll do that. What about these? What's your deal? Let's draw some stuff. Okay, nope, let's be on top. Round object. Oop. What is your deal? Would we like put it next to you? Like to go higher? Or if we wanted to go higher, would we just... Now hold on. Do something like that? Well, first of all, you would need to be a different layer. So that's why I have a bunch of height layers. Okay, so then, fine. First ground object. It would be easier to experiment with this if we made it a terrain. So interesting not knowing the efficient order to do things in. Just kind of bouncing around from one thing to the other. I would like to, it would be nice to make like a critical path document that's like, okay, you can't have battles occurring until you have a map built, and you can't have a map built until you have the tile sets in the game. But I don't know enough about this. So I'll realize I would make up the whole thing and then end up being wrong. Oh, we should go wider. We should go like one wider. Okay. Maybe two. Let's go two. But this is really fun to just kind of like bounce around, try and figure out what it is that I need to do. It's very slowly making progress. Okay, so then we would have this, and then we would go to the layer above that. So this is gonna like float on top. Do you look okay? And then we can't view all layers at once. Maybe there is a way to view all layers at once. Hey, right there. Okay, it's almost like a good game dev would want that, and so they put it in there. Okay, so we have this weird outline. They have a strange outline, which probably means they're meant to be on a specific surface, not this surface. Water? Are you supposed to be on water? You look gray, not blue. Shit. Okay, well, hold on. We could test that real quick by going to ground. Let's grab this water and let's do that. It looks better. It doesn't necessarily look right. This is such a strange... Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Right, because it's like shallower water. It doesn't really match the other shallow water color, but like this, it does make it look like there's now shallower water kind of pooled up next to the edges. of this little hill. But then what that means is these are specific hills designed to function in water. Okay. So then maybe we could call these hill in water. Sure. Still kind of trying to figure out what the hell are we doing with these? These are probably just supposed to be like berms or like little hills that you can't jump down. Right. My God, and there's so many different colors of them. This like dark gray that looks like slightly purplish to me. That's fucking cool looking. Okay. Okay, so we know what those are for, and we will probably need those. Ooh, the question is there some way... I need to do more research about terrains, because I want to set these up as a terrain where I can just draw a line and it'll connect them all. And that seems like that would be possible. These are clearly broken down in a similar way where there is a 3x3 and a 2x2. But then there's also this extra little thing. And maybe that comes down to the way that it's not supposed to be... oh my God, did this tree really need to be part of this? Like, couldn't you just be further up? They're not supposed to be used like these other things that are 3x3s and 2x2s where they're a solid shape that gets filled in. This is not that. It doesn't get filled in. So obviously it doesn't need that middle point. But I still don't understand why you wouldn't just have a ring with nothing in the middle and then a little 2x2 for all the edges. Why do we need these extra pieces? What a fucking mystery. Okay. I guess maybe they look different if it just needs to be a little tiny one. Also interesting that I guess because of the game's it's a special kind of perspective. It's not isometric. Or maybe it is isometric. It's a kind of isometry. It's called like oblique presentation, where you like it's a cheat. The perspective is a lie. When you look at a Pokemon game, it looks like wrong. Like it's top down, but then tilted toward you a little bit. But then they show the sides of things, but not the sides of all things. Like you don't see the sides of buildings, but you do see the sides of these rock things. In a strange way. Like essentially there are no flat rock faces, which is like, what? Not really believable. But it's for the sake of game presentation. Also, when looking up like doing anything with a top-down game, so many people were like, I was a new game dev and having a terrible time doing isometric perspective because you have to do so much more to present your artwork. Everything looks unique from each different perspective. Like when you rotate things. And apparently it's just much easier to handle everything in this perspective. Which, yeah, it seems like it. It seems like that's the case. Okay, so we want to add hills, but then these are specifically water, hills in water. I don't know if we need that. We probably will a little bit. It'll be nice to have that as a tool. So we'll go ahead and do that, but then I also want... What else? We just want regular hills. I think those are going to be in tile set 3. Odd. Okay, so over here we have like a... Are you like a cement path with grass around you? Yeah. And then a sand with dirt. What? Oh my god, this is the transition. Oh lord. Oh lord, did we find it? Does that look right? Am I losing my... It does have a tiny bit. Okay, hold on. Okay, we found it. So this is the transition from shallow to deep water. But that's still a problem because of the beach. We needed... What is this tile set? What is this freaking tile set? Where is my shallow fucking water next to the beach? What the fuck? I guess I could make it. Oh my god, and then you would potentially need... You would need beach meets deep water for you can't go into it. You would need beach meets shallow water for you can go onto the water. But then would you also need beach meets a tiny bit of shallow water, which then meets deep water, which would allow you to walk like only one space in. You know, honestly, I feel like we could just not have that. We could either go straight to deep water, or we could have more than one tile of shallow water, even if it's just like one tile plus a little tiny bit extra to not have to have that transition occur. Yeah. Okay. But that's dang. Okay, I'm gonna forget about this if I don't do this. This is important. Let's just add it in. What are we adding? Start with what is in the middle. Shallow to deep? Do we really need to write water? Shallow to deep. Yeah, I'll remember that. It's maybe not the best idea to leave me up to my own devices to be setting these up, but we'll try to stay consistent. Okay. Shallow to deep. And then just, can I drag to, ooh, okay. So we can like drag to activate it. And then we can just do one like big seamless drag to fill all this in. Yeah. Oh my God. Our productivity just like doubled. Okay, drag around. Okay, but then, right, the deep water is only the very corner. So we're highlighting everything but the very corner. Is that, yeah? Is that how the rest of these were set up? Hold on. Like if we went and looked at like sand. Oh my God, it's too big. There's too much going on. If we went and looked at sand, so sand is in the middle and then sand is in the middle again, only the corners are not sand. Okay, yep. Okay, so now we have shallow to deep water, should we ever choose to use it. While we're here, yeah, why not? We're just gonna add all the damn, oh my God, this is gonna take hours. That's okay. Got some chill music. Just relax. It'll be a good time. Okay, new one. Terrain 6. No, you're not terrain 6. You are grass. No. Yeah. Nope, no. Cement. No, cement's the adhesive aspect of concrete. So how about concrete to grass? Concreto. Concrete to grass. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one since we're right here. Terrain 7, you're gonna be, oh, we're behind my head. Terrain 7 is gonna be sand. Sand's in the middle. Sand to dirt. Mud? Mud, that's mud. That ain't no dirt. Dirt's a less dark brown. It is a brighter brown. Great statement. Okay, so we got sand to mud. Let's do those real quick. So then we just come over here. Let's do concrete to grass. Damn, and so many of these other little like fun details. But this would be like a muddy path. Oh, but it's only one thing thick. You can't have that. Interesting. Okay. 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 Nope. No. This is concrete. This is concrete. Undo. Oh, fuck. What song is this? Is this just like Bob on Battlefield? What are you? It is Bob on Battlefield. Cool. Oh my god. Mario 64. What a fucking game. Don't save the Google search. Save your fucking game file, buddy. Okay, so we have concrete. Now we do sand to mud. Right, sand is in the middle. Oh, my naming scheme makes sense. Okay, no. First you need to add all the tiles in. You just do a quick sweep. And now we can do this. Shoot, we need to include the middle. Okay, there we go. Great. No, you didn't finish. You didn't finish down here. I'm not really sure on the fastest way to do this. Ooh, honestly, maybe there's a way to select everything and then just real quick cut out the corners. It's kind of hard to tell that the corners are cut out, but I'm pretty sure they all are. Looks like we're good. Okay. Now let's browse around. We're definitely gonna need like fun little gazebo things. And what are you? You look like the back of the things you attach to the back of a truck to have a little like shell on the top of your truck bed, or a little tunnel, but it's so short. Little signs, fences. Don't know if we want to lean into the Pokeball stuff. Anything with a Pokeball, I kind of want to leave out of the game. But maybe the idea should be we just make this like a Pokemon fan game. Get people together, and then bring in all the custom, not only creatures but also like the custom world, because I want to make a creature capturing game that doesn't use Pokeballs. I think that shit's kind of lame. Not really thought through. You throw a Pokeball at a creature and then like what, he hated you, but you captured him, and now he's like, all right, we're cool. Fine. Like, no, he should go willingly. He should be like, all right, you bested me in battle. All right. Maybe that's what the Pokeball represents, but really I feel like they're trying to break out. They're like, fuck that, and then they can't. I want that moment of when they can't keep fighting to be like I'm looking at him. I'm like, I beat you, and he's like, all right, you beat me. All right. Or not even combat, maybe something else, like you do something nice for them, and then they're like, friendship, I'll come fight for you. That's pretty cool. Was this like an entrance to something? Honestly, this looks like the entrance to the mines. It's all like dark, but whatever Pokemon game I'm thinking of that had the like mine shaft area with the conveyor belt, the entrance, I swear, is south. So maybe that's just something else. Probably just something else statistically. Okay, we have a bunch of like cave entrances. That's what these are supposed to be. Weird that they're kind of off. Maybe this is something else. They're like the actual middle entrance part is on a line between two tiles. Let's go look around. Oh, cool, like circular rocks. Like little irregular cobblestoning. Ooh, oh my god, these things are so cool. Fuck. This pattern seems like overload. There's so many different little transitions. It must not just be for... Maybe it is just for a pathway. It's like an incredibly complicated pathway. Oh, because I guess you can't just have a simple 3x3 because of how complicated this texture is. Wow, I wonder what makes you decide to do that, to have a texture that's too complicated to have a regular 3x3 system, and so then you need all of this to have these little random little stones? Yeah, because like you don't just have a light stone in the top left corner of each of these. It's a light stone in the top left corner of each of these, maybe to handle the border at a corner, but then you have 4 of them for each different spot that the tile the tile set below it might be. Like this has one little dark brick, this has one dark brick and a little tiny piece of a dark brick. This has a dark brick up there, this has no dark bricks. Holy shit, dude. I don't know how I would put that into a terrain. That's insane. That I feel like is whatever dev did that is like showing off their prowess. Ooh, and then we do just have a big square version. Oh my god, how is that mapped into the game? That's so cool. Holy shit. Okay, I've lost track of myself. We're still looking for more terrains that we want to bring into the game, specifically a hill on grass. What is your deal? You're just different kinds of grass, like a marshy area, a muddy area. Right, this is a grass to sand transition. Is this different? Oh my god, bro. All the slightly different like grass and sand representations per biome is very cool. I wonder if that is a Pokemon thing, or is that just a Pokemon Gaia thing? It's definitely a Pokemon thing to a certain extent, for sure. There's different types of tall grass in different areas, for sure. Got all the cute little mailboxes. We're definitely doing a like a top. We're gonna have like a company town area, for sure. The mouse not visible? Oh, it's because the indicator's tiny. Here, we can have the paintbrush. There we go. Or the paint bucket. That's easier. We're definitely gonna have like a company town area. So maybe having cute little mailboxes will be a thing. I don't know. Probably. Adds quaintness. All right. Let's find the stupid hill. Got so many different types of little environmental things. Oh, and this is annoying. The 3x3 for this is way up here and the 2x2 is down here. Rude. Your 3x3 is up here. Okay. And then these cool rock cobblestone things. Damn, bro. Okay, so there's no regular hill here. Let's jump to 3 because I feel like 3 is gonna have, if I remember right, 3 had lots of outdoor stuff. 3 has the grass stuff, which also a very cool thing about Godot is that you can highlight a section and then be like, just give me a random one of those. And you can change the odds of any one of them appearing. Very cool. And then a bunch of different versions of grass. And interesting that it's not mapped with a 3x3 and a 2x2. So why? What, let's do some experimenting. So why couldn't this clearly makes a little 2x2. Why couldn't we just do that? Is that like not so goddamn the same thing? Do they look different? Are you for like an animation? You could like just like having the grass wiggle. You look so goddamn the same. Huh. Oh, fuck. Another great song. Okay, well, this is a fucking conundrum. And then what about you? You have no borders. Okay, so what if... Let's just do a little experiment. Today is all about experiments. Let's make a big version of this that one might fit inside of it, a 2x2. So if we just did that looks okay. And that would be how, if we set it up as a terrain, that's how it would fill out. What about this? Honestly, this is like the fucking Office meme where Pamela's like, they're the same picture. Ooh, they're slightly different. Oh my god, there's a single dot that's different. I'm pressing undo and redo. Yeah, each one has a single dot that's different. Look, I don't want to tell somebody that's a waste of their time, but it seems like maybe that's a little bit of a waste of their time. Okay. Still didn't find our hill, but we're collecting valuable information. Oh my god, are these... They're like little fire flowers. Holy shit. Totes adorbs. Also, something I really want to try implementing is wind. And not just like actual good wind. Wind that randomly affects flowers. It affects some flowers, not other flowers in a patch. If you had a gust of wind come in that's going to push things from left to right, it would affect the first one first, and then it would affect the next one, and then the next one going from left to right, and then it would die down the opposite way. It would stop affecting the left one first, and well, I guess that's the same direction if we're talking about stopping. Right. That sounds like a fun challenge, because I feel like you would just be doing some like RNG and then deciding like, okay, a gust of wind starts at this section of the patch and it's this intensity. It's going to last this long. And maybe it's like 2 or 3 frames of high intensity and then a few frames of low intensity and then, back to high intensity and then, it quickly falls off. And then another gust of wind that's completely different than that, but made up of the same components, just by changing the amount of time and the amount of the order of the intensity of the wind blowing. There's some cool programs for, I was going to say lazily animating sprites, but like not actually going in and redrawing this for every different frame. You can kind of like turn it into a model, like the way that you can with Blender, like essentially giving it like a skeleton and points that are all going to rotate or move together. Shoot, I have one of those bookmarked. I can't remember the name of it. Something sprite animation engine. Ooh, some other cool rocky terrains. We're gonna definitely have to add some of these in. I think that'll probably be my goal for the week, is to get like all the kinds of ground terrains I think I'm gonna need added in, and then maybe some essential the things like rocks and stuff that we can add collision to quickly, now that I have collision working correctly. Okay, so there was no hill here. Was it 2? One of these fuckers just was like all, yeah, buddy, okay. Okay, and these are the cave entrances I expected. So maybe those other things I was looking at were not cave entrances, because for it to be an effective cave entrance, you gotta be able to fucking walk into the middle of it. The entrance can't be half on one tile and half on another. Okay, so what kind of hills do we have here? You just have a shadow. Interesting, okay. And so sure, that wouldn't work on water, because the idea of having that lighter outline for water is that a shallow amount of water will reflect. It does something with light. It does something with light in a way that you can see that it is different. Okay, and then we have hills that go on top of this interesting surface. So many sprites for this. What are we doing here? Let's check this out. So you could make a little tiny hill, but what if you made that out of this? It's like very similar. Oh, but the corners are different. Huh. So this is for a darker surface, potentially like this surface. Let's find out. Let's take that away. Let's do a little. Okay, let's have a little bit less room on that, and then we'll draw this. How do you look if we just plop you there? Yeah, you match up. You start to match up right there with this weird. I don't even know if you're mud. You look like fucking coal. Okay. And then the rest of this does not, right? And you could reuse the middle of this 3x3. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Maybe not. Yeah, there are no sides for these. But very clearly they're the corners if you don't want to have a dark bottom area, a dark ground. Where is the lighter ground that they would be sitting on top of? It's like this tile is almost it, but then it has a little bit of edge up here. So it's clearly supposed to be like part of this little indentation to let you know like you can't walk down there. Now I would think it would be in here next to these. Like each hill should be next to its ground type. And maybe not. Or I just missed it. No. Interesting. How do you look in a situation like this? Yeah, you look absolutely not right. So you do need your own ground type. It's this. It's the thing in the middle, bro. Always. Always gonna forget that. Okay, so shit. I undid my work, but let's just check. Yeah, like you fit in. You fit in perfectly to that. Okay. Great. So then the problem with this is we can't do two different terrain types with this one tile set. So we might have to make an edit. Like I could go in and edit this and just duplicate. Oh, you can make, hold on. You can just make an alternative tile and then they sit like over here. Yep. Okay. I don't actually know how to do that. There's totally just an option though. I can't right click. I would think right clicking would be the way to do it. Toggle grid visibility. That just highlights different sections. Okay. I'll look up how to make alternative tiles. That seems like the quick way to do that. Okay, but we did find our hill. Ooh, and we found a hill with grass on top. Okay, so let's add those in. Ooh, and we're gonna have to do ice eventually. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fun. Holy shit. Such a big project. That scares me. Being like, too much. What do I do next? But then also the idea of like, I'll just sit down and draw like a little hilly area with grass hills and rocky hills. Like that sounds fucking cool. Figure out where to hide items and stuff. Like, oh buddy. Okay. Getting ahead of myself, getting too excited. So we go back to the tile set. We need to add in over here our different terrain elements. So we're gonna do, what do we want to do here? We want, God, it's really weird. It jumps to having you edit the name of the last thing you did rather than the new thing you've added, which is so strange. Probably a bug. I don't know if I'm informed enough to guess what is or is not bugs. Okay, so this is going to be hill rock. Okay, sure. Okay, and then the next one is going to be hill grass. And then do we want what, like you're just a weird pit? And you don't have a 2x2. You are just a 4x4. Okay. So well, hold on, let me think about that. Let's draw that. So Mike Arm, are you okay? You're not moving like you usually do. Oh, I over-tightened you. I see. All right. My apologies, sir. All right, let's draw this, because what if I don't understand it. So nope, we need to not be in tile set. Changing gears for just a second. I think it makes sense to figure out a bunch of terrains to make, and then we'll make them all. Okay, so if you just had a pit like that, obviously it looks a little weird to just have a dirt pit inside of okay, you know what? Yeah, it does look weird. Let's go over here. Is this going to, yep, it's going to clear it out because the grass is on top of the sand. So now we need to be on top of the grass that's on top of the sand. Okay, so you draw a little like earth pit. But what if we want it to be like a wide earth pit? That's just like a no-go. Or could we use, no, we can't use the lower pieces or we can't use the upper pieces as a lower piece because there's a tiny bit of transparency. Now let's pretend that wasn't there, because we could always hide that with something below it. Does that look right? We just ignored the grass aspect. No, because this part, we just absolutely like, no. So then that is a weird limitation. If you want these kinds of pits, they can only be 4x4. Now, right, because none of these would be proper edges. We only have corners in the bottom. So what if we just didn't... what if we grab the eraser? What if we just didn't have anything? And that looks very weird. Now that would let us extend. Still on the eraser, buddy. Shoot. Can I grab two separate... No, you can't grab two tiles that aren't connected at the same time. Ah! What have I done? Okay, so we could do something like this. And then that pit looks weird, but if we filled it with something else, it might look less weird. That is such a weird decision. Hey, TKJ. How's it going, dude? Okay, I don't understand this tile map. Let's jump over to making these terrains. Okay. So we need a hill that has rock at the top of it. So that's going to be this guy. And he also uses these pieces for his corners. Ooh. You're hosting a server off your phone. That's pretty impressive. A server for what? Ooh, how do we do this? Everything but a Minecraft server. Cool. I have hosted many Minecraft servers, but always on my PC. But honestly, the PC I had like when Minecraft came out, there's probably phones that are faster than it at this point. Okay, is that what we want? Yeah, we want the outside of this and the inside of this. Okay, that's hill rock. Let's get hill grass going. That's going to be this guy because it's a hill with grass. And then we're going to draw in so it knows that these are the outer edges. This is the inner piece. And then the same thing for this. We want everything except the innermost section. Great. Okay, let's go test these out. after we save. Hopefully they're already there. They're not already there. Okay, we just got to give it a second. You have a phone with the newest Android OS? Yeah, I think it might not even be down to the newest Android operating system. Maybe just like what kind of processing chip is in your phone. There are, like, my phone is a Pixel 5, and like it's old now. It's like 5 years old, but it still gets the newest Android operating system. But you have the newest Android phone. Well, that's going to be changing quickly, right? Since everybody can make Android phones. But then odds are you have a very good phone. But there's always like Samsung is always releasing like new phones that are like $1,500 and new phones that are like $600. And they all come with the newest Android operating system, but the chip that's in them is very different and the things that it can do. 12 gigabytes of RAM for some reason. Yeah, a lot of like computers are always like 8, 16, 32. But yeah, a lot of phones do like 12. 12 seems to be really common, or 14. Very fucking weird. I don't know why. It is a Samsung phone. That's interesting. I was using Samsung as an example because Crazy Pants got a new phone. Our resident mod for the channel. And it was a Samsung phone. Oh, you meant the newest Samsung one for sure. That still kind of gets at what I was saying, though, that if, I don't know, it is the newest Samsung phone, if the newest phone they released is in there, like, I think their S series is the super fancy ones that are like over $1,000. And then they have their A series that is like middle of the line, pretty good, but you're not going to spend over like 600 on one of those. But it doesn't have all the fancy features. But honestly, at this point, I bet either one of those could host a Minecraft server. Okay, so we made our hills. Ooh, we're probably gonna need cave entrances. I couldn't build a little island without cool cave entrances. Yeah. Okay. And then what else do we want to do? So we want to do caves, so let's go ahead and add that. Oh, there's so many cave types. And actually, you know what? I don't think we need those as a terrain because they're not going to be something where we want to draw weird shapes out of them. Okay, so cancel that. Terrain 10, you're fired. S24 Plus. Okay, that is probably a good phone. You didn't get the Ultra, which is fine by you. Yeah, man, honestly, my perspective on things have changed. When I was a kid, I just always wanted, like, I guess, like, junior high and high school, I always wanted like the fastest, coolest thing. And then it was up to my parents to be like, dude, I'm not getting you a $1,000 phone. You can have like a $300 phone. Don't be crazy. But now that I have to like actually spend my own money on stuff, I'm just like, give me the cheapest thing that does what I want. It would be cool to have a really, really bright screen, but like, I'm not going to spend hundreds of extra dollars. Oh, you upgraded your plan so it was cheaper. Yeah, it's harder and harder these days to find those kinds of discounts. Like it used to be every 2 years, Verizon would just give you a free phone. Not anymore. Not anymore, they won't do that. Okay, so I think all of these hills are for inside caves. That makes sense. And they're all just different color palettes. Okay, I think we'll work on those later. Oh, cool crystal things, dude. Oh my god. Cool. Are you also for inside of a cave? Also, what is this about? Somebody just stuck, whoever made this just stuck a different texture in the top of this. I guess because the top of this was supposed to be transparent. There's a few other hilltops that are transparent. Weird choice. But I guess if you needed an extra space to stash a texture, no. Why didn't you just? You could just put it right here. What the hell? You also have Verizon? Yeah, me too. When I was in high school, they were like the most reliable, so that was what my family went with. Because the whole point of me having a phone was like, if you go to the movies with your friends and you don't come home, like, I'm gonna be calling you, kid. Which, like, I was a good kid. I didn't do that shit. I would always call or text them and let them know. But the whole idea was to have a reliable phone. Are you just a regular hill? Like a kind of like gray rock hill? Wrong section. We need to go over to Tilemap if we want to do some testing. Let's draw this in here. You just look, yeah, you look fine. You have a little opaque shadow. Okay. And then what is the deal with you and the transparent top? Let's figure that out. I feel like the idea is okay, yeah, we're gonna set this up the way I think it works, which is we're gonna add a terrain and we're gonna make shoot. Wait, did I put all the other terrains in the different section? Oh no, hold on. Yeah, they're down here. Okay. So then let's add you to here. So you're gonna be, oh, I see, we're on a different page. Okay, so you're gonna be Hill Rock 2. Hill Rock 2. And then we're also gonna do Hill Rock 3. And so let's go over to tile sets. Let's go to paint. We're going to make a new terrain, and that's going to be Hill Rock. And it's going to be you. Let's add all this in. And then we do this. Probably a way to just fill this in very quickly. Then we come over to here, and then it's the same thing, but we're doing like the inside. Doesn't get highlighted. Okay. Then we need to do Hill Rock 3. And we only have the outer edges, but I think the idea is this sits on top of this. And then probably looks fine, but I'm not totally sure, so we're going to experiment with it. What about grass? I have many grass textures that are set up to be terrains. And this does, I guess this does look like it. Oh, it would have grass on top of it. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's try to get this set up the same way. Because whether or not we want grass on top of it, I don't know how to set up a terrain like this that is transparent. Yeah, we can't even select the transparent middle. Okay, this is a good experiment. Because then, yeah, TKJ, I think you're right. What we would have to do is put grass underneath this. Then we put this on top and it looks fine. Okay, so nope, not the middle. Not the very middle. Okay, so now that we have those, let's save. And let's see if this works. We want to paint a terrain. Of course, it takes a second to fucking load them. And then let's make sure we're not on the ground or the ground objects layer. And then if you would load. This is weird. This is the first time there we go. I don't know if I can just sit here and wait. I think clicking in and out would be good. Okay, so first let's test. We can just draw a little mountain. We can adjust its size. Oh, nope. You always gotta be doing areas, buddy. Cool. Okay. But then the next thing, what I was initially thinking is that this would go up here. Wow, you just broke it. Okay. Let's try it down here. Okay, so it doesn't work correctly. It needs that empty tile in the middle. it almost looks okay. And in fact, if we just went and took, nope, if we stayed in here and we just went and got some grass, we could make it look fine. But the whole point of this is to set this up so we can draw it quickly in the future. Where's my grass? Here we go. Okay, so that it looks fine, but like really, actually, that's not what we want. So what could we do? Let's go back to the tile set, terrain, painting. It's like essentially we need a grass tile to be in the middle. So what if I took that and made it the middle for Hill Rock 3? And then we go back to terrains and we go to Hill Rock 3. Cool. Okay, so that solves the problem except for the fact that now we don't have randomized grass up on top, which sucks because that would be nice. It's nice to have the randomized grass just automatically populating. Okay, let me make a note. I want to see if I can figure out how to do that. Essentially, we want to set up a terrain, but we want to have certain tiles be randomized. They just mowed the grass on the rock. Yeah, except this little spot right here. But yeah, like it wouldn't be that bad to just have it be suspiciously devoid of little extra, not tall grass, but slightly taller grass than the short grass. Medium grass, I guess, is what we should call the little details. We're just trying to get a functional prototype at this point in time. Okay, so now we have multiple different kinds of hills. What would be next? As far as terrains go specifically, what other things am I going to be drawing? We have water, we have sand, we have grass, we have sand inside of grass. It might make sense to go and add in some of the like roadway stuff. Let's go back up here. Yeah, I think we'll just do some of these things. A path, yeah, but like lots of different kinds of paths, like stone paths and dirt paths and things that look like actual roadway. Which actually, yeah, let me figure out what is the best thing to do for like an actual road. A lot of strange thing about Pokemon. There are not a lot of roads. There are bike paths, but not a lot of like cars driving on roads. It's very weird. I think we could always just go with like this kind of thing. Like this could in a fancy like city center, or like a traditional old city. You could have some cool cobblestone tiles as roadway. Actually, our the like downtown area where I live has like one little section that's like this little intersection is all the original cobblestone. It sucks to drive on. It's very bumpy, but it is very cool to have this little tiny section that's like, this is the original shit that was in this town when it was made like 200 something fucking years ago. I don't know, like 100 and something, not 200. Right, and then we have this circular stuff that like, I don't think a lot of this is going to be like extra. I don't think we actually need this for anything other than having like a cool like boundary around things. God, you're going to be hard to work with though. So like we could do something like, oh wait, we need both. Just play around with this and kind of figure things out. And we could do that, and then these over here. Oh, nope, not quite. It's this. This is for this side? No, it doesn't line up? Right. What are you guys for then? Because like, right, I could just, hold on. I can just use this part for that. Welcome back, Cheese. There are cars in Pokemon, we know that for sure. Yeah, definitely. But like not a lot of paved roads. You never appreciated how big my screen size is until you realized how small yours is. A lot of it comes down to the resolution. Like if you have a small monitor, but it's like a high resolution, you just bring it closer to your face. I know that can kind of be uncomfortable, but you know, I don't know. My monitor is it's a 27-inch monitor, which is pretty big, but it is only 1080p. So it's not that dense with information. Okay, so yeah, how would you handle so you can't, okay, for whatever this little ornamental cobblestone stuff is, you can only have like an internal circular kind of thing. You can't have it turn out like that? Can you? Hold on. No, we just don't. Yeah, all right. You said you were going to do things this afternoon and you did? Congratulations. I hope they were either productive things or fun things. And welcome back. They are technically both. Oh, hell yeah. That is, oh my God. When you can do things that are productive and fun, it's, oh my God. If my whole life could just be that, it would just be spectacular. Okay, we're bailing on this weird circle rock thing. It looks very cool, and I would love to have it as like an extra detail touch somewhere, but I don't understand how to utilize it. So let's just get some other pathway things going. What? Like, I still don't see a great option for a road. Ooh, could you make a good road? Like, what would you look like? No, hold on. It's annoying how difficult it is to actually figure out to like draw things with this before I have it set up as a terrain, which makes it so easy to draw things of any shape and size. You could be a road. You could be our road. Okay. Oh shoot! I hit Control-Z too many times. There we go. It better turn out well. You're technically streaming right now. What the hell, cheese? Okay. Interesting. Are you streaming our conversation? At first I was like, you should tell me, but then I'm like, I don't know. I'm already streaming it. So I know it's going out on the internet. So yeah, that's fine. No, it's been in a BRB screen for like 3 minutes. Oh shit. All right. What are you gonna stream? Also, are you just streaming on your laptop? That was why you were asking about streaming software last night. You had to do some things before, so that's why it was there. Yeah, for sure. That's generally why I have the start screen at the beginning of my stream, is just to make sure. There's a lot of things that like to work just fine, and then the moment you click the stream button, they're just like, I don't work anymore. And that's super lame. Okay, so then if I want to set this up as a road, we not only need the 3x3, but we need a 2x2. Do we not have that? Dang it. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's draw some roads. Maybe we don't need that. Maybe because of how roads would work. No, how would we do an intersection? Yeah, okay, immediately stymied. How do you do an intersection without like something like this, but where this side would be road and then this side would be the edge. Okay, all right. That's very frustrating. It's got to be in here. Oh, it's down here. Sweet. You're currently streaming Kanto expansion pack. What the hell is that? Let's find out what that is. Red Hack, Kanto expansion pack. Takes the existing Gen 1 games as a baseline and makes no adjustment to the battle engine. And then that was the end. Okay, hold on. Ooh, it adds Darksteel and Fairy types. as well as new moves, and it adds a lot of quality of life improvements to the base game. Cool. Huh. All right, that's cool. All right, so we found our corner piece for our road. So then we definitely want a road. We're gonna go. You'll just be road. And then what else do we want? Whoa, I did not mean to pan. I hit the W key before, or the R key before I was where I should have been. Did we switch? We switched the whole. Okay, no, we were just over here. No, we're not. Yeah, I switched fucking which tile set I was in. Oh boy, well, it'd be great of a command if I knew how to use that consistently. Okay, so we have the road, but what else do we want to do? Maybe this cool, like, cobblestone tiling. I want a few different rock options. This looks very cool. What do you look like? If we, like, drew you out... Okay, also... Oh, I can't Control Z to delete things anymore because I did actual work. Okay. Let's draw around with this weird thing and figure out what the hell it is. Okay, so like that's the base. But then if we wanted to, let's say we had like a building here and this was like a little walkway in front of the building. Actually, let's undo that because we have these weird little corner pieces. What do you do? You're like internal corners? So if we wanted the path to extend down, like down here, we would use one of you. Oh my God. I can't wrap my brain around doing this. It's so nice that you can set up the terrain so you don't have to do this. You're still learning with OBS? Yeah, OBS is incredibly complicated, but a lot of it makes sense. It's really cool, the kinds of things you can do. Your overlay is quite literally just a very pixelated chat. At least to you and the game. Well, hopefully you have a way to check that it's actually readable. But yeah, I feel like that's where you start, you know? The biggest piece of advice I can give is try to make your audio good. Because if your audio is bad, people will get annoyed very quickly. And they will leave. There's a street lamp? Yeah, I think there's a bunch of street lamps. Whoa, there's whatever this thing is. But yeah, there's a bunch of these cute little... There's like this style and then these styles where they're like kind of hanging over at an interesting perspective. There's a bunch of cool little things in here. Unless people like the funny Mac. Well, funny is fine. But like, if you have like background noise, like they can hear like a fan, or your mic is picking up like interference and it's like whining or whatever, then like that stuff's annoying. But funny is totally fine. Okay, how would I use you? What is your purpose? Do you line up with... Okay, you do line up with this. Ah, I see. Okay, so it's for like a bigger shape. Okay. But then what is this corner transition? How would that be handled? Wouldn't we need another piece because of the way these are weirdly rounded? Yeah, we need like a little tiny corner piece. Do you exist? Huh. Would it be this? Yes, but then I see. So sure, instead of that, we would do that. And then it adds kind of a barrier on the edge. That's interesting looking. I don't know if that's actually what this is for. It looks okay though. What about this one over here? Yeah, that looks okay. It's an interesting tile. I don't know if that's actually what I want to use, but it's cool looking. Seems a little complicated with the roundedness. Use the bottom left one and place it in the corner. I kind of did. I don't know. We kind of figured it out. Oh, I'm so flummy today. You're going to play and stream for an hour and a half? Good luck, Cheese. Have fun. See if you can check back here by the ending. I'll probably be done by then. I have to end early today. I got errands to run, adulting to do. You want to see how it looks? Okay. So you said use the bottom left one and place it in the corner. Well, let's undo what we did. Oh, nope. Can't go back that far. That's annoying. Hold on. Let me redraw. So what I did initially, bottom left corner inside turn. Take off the eraser. Okay. So we have a repeating tile like this. And so you want to see the bottom left corner like inside of a turn. So if like if we were trying to extend over to here, how would we make this look right? So, oh, the other one, like this piece. Yeah, because I think this is actually the piece that we would have to use. No? Oh my God. Not that one. This thing. Ooh, okay. Right. So we use that piece, this guy? This is the only bottom left guy left. Okay. Yeah, I think we'd have to do something like this, and then maybe replace that. That looks a little odd. Is there a better... Maybe we would do something like that. No, this doesn't quite match up. I don't think this is the right thing. Yeah, I'm really curious. It's like I almost want to go look at screenshots of Pokemon Gaia to figure out where this was used and what exactly it was used for. It's so strange that the edges of it are rounded in the way that they are. But like you can still make patterns with it. You're just limited to what patterns you can make. And I think for now it's not really... Oh my God, did I just... I clicked the bucket tool, not the erase tool. Okay. So not bucket, be on pencil and erase. And we'll just kill our creations. This is all just sketching, brainstorming area. Okay, so that is so cool looking. It sucks that it's like complicated. So we have a decent road option. This tile is weird with the like four-way arrow inside of it. It seems like a weird thing to use for ground anywhere. I want something like cobblestone or something simple though. And maybe we would do this guy. Sure, okay. And then it looks like the outer edge is dirt though. So that is kind of difficult. It doesn't, well, maybe it'll look okay. All right, we'll just add this and we can use it really wherever. The yellow cobble looks like Animal Crossing road. Yeah, that's a good point. It does. It's honestly surprising how many different styles of stone roadway Pokemon has. Or stone walkway. Maybe it's a road, maybe it's a path, whatever. Okay, so we'll do... I guess we'll do like stone road? I'll just call it a stone road. Dang it. And then also, this time I was actually in the text box and I noticed when I typed S, it jumped me to this other tile set. So that seems like a weird unintentional situation. Okay, so we'll do that. Ooh, this is like stone and then grass. That might be good to have. Hey, Team Worm, what's up, dude? How's it going? How's your day going? How's your Balatro in going? You done with Balatro yet? I've got 4 decks to unlock. I completed the first of the increased the new different colored poker chip. I've got to do each different difficulty to get the last few decks, but I'm making progress. You haven't Balatroed as hard recently. Did you unlock everything? Or are you not that kind of person? I'm definitely the unlock all the things kind of person. Okay, stop jumping me to the other tile set. Godot. Okay, so this is gonna be like Stone Road grass. Stone Road to grass? Let's do Stone Road to grass because it's a stone road, but then it does go to grass. Okay. What else do we have? Some weird kind of dirt situation. Don't really care about you right now. This rock is very cool. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I want to use it for something. Whoa, this is interesting. Like raised barriers. Okay. Ooh. It's a nice looking stone, but I don't think we have the 2x2 that goes with it. Yeah, we're definitely getting less and less hot as we move. God, unless it's buried somewhere weird over here. These are a bunch of very weird tile textures that I assume are part of a city because this looks like a manhole cover. Ooh, that's a cool pattern. Okay, but it's irrelevant if we don't have the nice 3x3 and 2x2 combo because then we can't make nice shapes out of it. You haven't done everything yet, for sure. You've done red, black, and green steak. Okay, that's what they're called. Dang, yeah, then you're 2 ahead of me. You forgot to tell me you got a 47 expert mastery and your PB was 43. That's pretty good. How long has it been since you PB'd? Because I feel like, because what that's they look at your last 100 games or your best segment of 100 games. So I guess the only way to improve it would be if it's your last 100 at the moment you improved it. I feel like it wasn't expert you were trying for before. Wasn't it like beginner or something? You were trying for some kind of mastery and you got very close multiple times, if I remember correctly. Ooh, that's another cool tile set. Why don't you have a 3x3 and a 2x2, my dude? Damn it. We'll have to figure out where to utilize these, but it'll have to be like more manual because we can't build a nice terrain without it. Oh, these look cool. Okay, hold on. What do you look like? Shoot, I have the eraser on. What do you look like on just like on top of grass? What would we want to put you on? Oh, no, let's go one layer higher. Okay, so maybe on top of some kind of boring like manufactured surface. So let's see. What would you look cool on? What if we just make kind of a lazy, like, I don't know, you're some kind of road asphalt area. Dang it. Nope, you got to go a layer above that, buddy. There we go. Does that look cool? No, not as a repeating pattern. It looks okay, but I think maybe the idea is that it would look cool as just a little individual thing. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's just do the ones that we have. So we want to add... We're adding road to the situation. And that's tile set 1, and somehow we've gotten way too high up. Where's our road? This is our road. You have top 10 and intermediate. You want 100 for beginner, and you want 50 for expert. Like top 100, top 50. You got your first 43 like a year ago and tied it once. Okay. Yeah, TKJ, that's an interesting idea. Like as part of like something that's like run down or broken, where like you'd have dirt underneath that. No, you specifically want 150 mastery. Okay. Oof. So it took you a year to go from 43 to 47. Now you want to get to 50. You fucking... I don't know, man. Good luck. Just don't Don't stop enjoying it. If you stop enjoying it, please stop. All right, we got the inside of our road. And then you're the same, except we just do the outside. Boom. Okay, road's done. What's next? The stone road, which was this cool thing, and its other pieces up here. Mastery is what you have the most fun doing. Okay, sweet. Well, then keep at it. It doesn't like make you fucking annoyed if you have like a bunch of overly difficult boards in a row. When it's good, it feels good, and when it's bad, you microflow. What does that mean? That like there's still little bursts of it that feel good? Because I feel like I would get very annoyed if I was very close to improving my mastery and the game threw very difficult boards at me by chance. And I know you just play enough and then you kind of overcome the individual spikes in probability. And that's why I love card games, because they're designed around randomness, but you play them enough that you overcome the little spikes in variability, the localized ones. Well, now hold on. Shoot, are you set up differently? Shoot, yeah, these pieces are set up differently. It's not... Yeah. Because you always just highlight the section that matches what you're dealing with. So like I highlighted road here, and then here I did not. Okay, go fix road. So it's actually these outer corners for these because of the way that this tile set works. And we'll have to go test and make sure that's true. I think it comes down to where the transition is. Like this transition is really far out on the edge. And so then that means this works differently than other tile sets of 3x3 and 2x2 where the transition is not as close to the edge. All right. Okay. All right. And then it's going to be the same thing for this. So we're doing this weird... yeah, we're back on Stone Road. Great. It's going to be a weird situation like this. See if that pans out. It looks... Logically, it seems sensible to me, but I don't know. Macroflow is just a less long-term flow state. You can just get right into flow with Expert. All right. In your 47 mastery, you had a loss streak of 10 and a loss streak of 7, so your variance was really high. Yeah, I don't know what would be typical. Did you have a bunch of other little loss streaks, or were those your only loss streaks? Like, I would assume you'd have a loss of, like, a streak of 1 or 2 in there. I guess if it's 1, it doesn't count as a streak, right? But you know what I mean. I'd have to see the whole picture to know how much things are varying. Lots of 2s and 3s. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Sounds like it's still within like a almost normal probability distribution. Normal distribution curve? I don't know. It's a normal distribution, or it very well could be close to it. Obviously, for it to be perfect, you'd probably need some 4s and 5s. 47 means you have to win almost 50%, so 10 in a row is tough. Yeah, for sure. That is what would make me fucking annoyed, and probably why I wouldn't seriously try for it. I would just play experts when I felt like playing experts, which for me is never. No, that's not true. It's certainly not enough to do like 100 in a row to try and see if my mastery improved, but I would just do them when I want to do them, and then if my mastery improved, like, oh, sweet. But I would get so fucking annoyed by stuff like that. Okay, our last one is the stone road that has grass around it. Where were you? Was that you? I think that was you. Yeah, that's you. And then your companion buddy is down here, it looks like. Okay. And then we'll go see if all of this was a waste of time. Not all of it was a waste of time. We'll see if I did this correctly. And if not, I'll have to come back and tweak it to be like the other ones we were doing. Oh yeah, that's definitely the way to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Flip over to the tile map. Go to terrains. Let's look for the terrains we just made. They're not there yet. Let's save again. Let's just bounce. We just gotta wait. It's just gonna take a second. Hey, there they are. Okay, cool. You had 2 4-win streaks and a 5-win streak. Man, you didn't get up to a 10-win streak? You had 10 loss streaks, but no 10-win streaks? Brutal. And if you're going for 50, 50 would just mean that you're winning half of them, right? Because if 47 is almost 50, I would assume shooting for 50 means you would win 50% of them exactly. It is. Okay, great. I love a fucking statistical number that makes sense. All right. It does indeed work. Ooh, it looks a little funky at the corners. Is that just the nature of it? Are we supposed to make the paths wide? You do look a little... Oh, and around the edges you look a little weird. Maybe I chose a bad texture for this. You might look better on dirt or something. Nope. Okay. I gotta figure out what shortcut Control X is, because I keep jumping myself way the hell away from things. Did I just like delete everything? I just deleted everything. Okay. Well, great. We undid that. And now we're back to undoing these things. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So what I want to do is go back to the tile map, then change the height on which we are drawing so that I can still draw the stone road. But on top of this, oh, right. Duh. It's surrounded by grass. The grass comes with it. So it's always going to look weird like that with these little tiny pixels sticking out. I don't know if I like that. Let's go look at different stone roads. God, I really just didn't see that weirdness right here. What a strange thing. I almost want to just go in and like very quickly edit that and take it out. And then it would be exactly what I wanted. Maybe we do that. If I can't find another cool stone road to use, we'll do that. But like, there's got to be something. So I feel like it would be nice to have a stone road. Honestly, just a stone road that doesn't border anything. A stone road that just has transparency around it rather than grass. Like just have nothing. Then I could put you on top of grass, or I could put you on top of sand. We could have a little road leading down to the beach. And then I guess this other road already works for that, but it's such a like boring asphalt road situation. I want like a nice little path like this, which I guess this kind of already works. To me, it kind of looks like this is stone, and then on the outside is supposed to be dirt. Especially with the way there's just kind of this like random noise, little bits sticking out and not sticking out. I just want the path and then nothing. So let's hunt around and see if I can find that. Oh, these interesting patterns. What would we even use you for? Like nice stonework? It does look like dirt. Well, I'm glad I can at least kind of figure out what dirt looks like. Staring at these pixels long enough, I'm like, what? I can't see colors well enough to begin with? What am I even looking at? Damn, honestly, you're like kind of perfect for like a simple little stone path. Why do you not have a 2x2 along with you? That just fucking kills me, bro. Let's go draw. Why can't I draw? I'm on tiles. I'm on that. What's your deal? What did I do? On a tile. We're on tiles. We've selected the thing. Now you'll let... Excuse you? I don't know what I did. All right. Okay, so like, let's say... Actually, it's just faster to just like do this. Bro, you're a pretty cool path. Oh, interesting. You do have opacity because you're like a raised path. You're like a raised pile of gravel. Oh my god. Hey, Dirk Lover. Does look like dirt, but you'd also expect some dirt there. For sure. For sure. Thanks. You think I'm kind of perfect too. What? What did I say? Oh my god. Yes, Dirk Lover, I did get a haircut. Teamworm, I know you're responding to whatever comment I made about, like, right after about being kind of colorblind and not being able to figure out what the hell is what, but damn it, I can't remember the specifics, so I don't get your silly comment. But yeah, Dirk Lover, my strategy is whenever my hair gets in my face, I get a haircut. Although with the widow's peak, the like weird receding hairline, I feel like I gotta actually choose like a haircut that looks okay and then like commit to getting it done before I just have nonsense hair. It looks very funny now when I have long hair. Right after responding to you, I said, I think you're kind of perfect for a stone path. All right, okay. Thank you, Team Worm. Thank you for explaining the joke. Sorry, I'm bringing serious boomer energy to the stream. But it's only going to get worse as I age. So this is almost perfect, except it's like raised. The shadows, it looks weird because it's like a raised pile of gravel. So not really like a path. Although, I guess sort of. But then it's almost like I would need to not let the player... There'd need to be collision at the bottom and the top of it. Because it would be weird to have... Well, I could have you hop over it like a... like the little hills you can jump over. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But I still want a path that's embedded in the ground. So this is a no from me, dog. Okay, let's browse around other tile sets. Oh, Team Worm, I'm not gonna stream Temetsi today. I gotta go do adulting stuff. We've only got 12 more minutes. I think that's long enough to find a nice path. Okay, we have a bunch of options in here. Somebody do good. What do we have? What are you for? What are you for, my dude? Oh, this is like snow stuff? Interesting you're not with like other snow stuff. Oh, and then there's some ice stuff here too? What the fuck? Like, I know it's all just like when you make a game, it can reference tiles wherever they are, but I would think for the sake of making the game, you would have things organized better. But then I haven't successfully succeeded at making a game, and whoever made Pokemon Gaia did, so it clearly didn't stop them. Oh, this is cool looking, but less of like, this is like nice. Not like just a path. It's not like a stone path. It's like a nice like walkway or like something inside or as like restaurant flooring or something, commercial flooring. I guess it could just be a different colored road. Little like cobblestones on the side. Interesting with the transparent center circle. Damn Dang, something like this is kind of what I want, though. Maybe. Oh, we're on the eraser. Oh, okay. Okay, mouse. You just fucking went rogue there. Why don't you have a damn centerpiece, my guy? Fuck. What the fuck? Okay, well, that would have been a cool choice, except it doesn't have a centerpiece. Ooh, this is a very cool choice, but it's a strange shape. The 4x4. I need to look up. All right, I'm gonna make myself another note. Figure out the deal with the 4x4 tile sets. Ooh, this could be good. It's a little bit boisterous. Like, what a fucking, so colorful. Okay, and now I'm just losing track of what I actually want to do. How does that look? I mean, it's a path. It is a little bit repetitive. And the repetitive nature is, it's a little bit like too quirky to be so repetitive as just like a general path. It looks like meat. Honestly, it does a little bit. It's kind of gross. It is cool looking though. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be like almost like volcanic red stone tiling. It looks cool. Can't believe I'm having such a hard time finding just like a simple stone path. Ooh. These guys are cool, but would they look weird? Would it look weird? Okay, well, first of all, you got to get it at a point where it repeats, my dude. Yeah, without like an edge where it meets with something, the transition looks far too like tasteless, low quality video game imagery. Kind of like the world map in Zelda 2. That kind of seems like all of our options. Okay, so it might just be that I don't get to have an option that satisfies me. This looks like it's either like a dock because it's like kind of floating. It has this like under area, or like part of a bridge. That's not what we want. Oh, this structure is cool looking. I feel like this is part of like a cycling road or something. Like you go underneath it. It's supposed to be like a sort of covered tunnel. And then over here, we don't really have more pathway stuff. Okay, let's bounce around. Let's look at some different tiles. Tile set 2. We have all sorts of cave things. In all sorts of different shades for the cave. But not really any pathways. Ooh, these look pretty cool. Oh, cool, and they're all like fucked up. Ooh, we need fucked up things. Definitely. Interesting. Is supposed to be like a staircase? Oh, maybe not a staircase, but like a ramp. No, because the shadow doesn't stick out more, and it would if it was a ramp that was supposed to go up. Although it doesn't. It does stick out more from the very beginning, but then it kind of just halts. Yeah, that seems not quite right. Cool looking though. Cool looking. Okay. We were just looking at 3, and there wasn't really anything. I feel like maybe I'm being too picky. There are absolutely functional pathways. We may need transporting conveyors. There is something that kind of will work for that. These things. Although I don't know if I want to put like a person on it, you know? Although I guess maybe you could ride it. I would have to animate it. Maybe I can find, I think these are animated in the whatever Pokemon game they're actually in. But this is just like a conveyor belt for mining materials. But that would be interesting to I kind of want to use it for like puzzles. Like maybe if you need to move something from one spot to another, but you can't physically touch it, you have to like kind of trace out the path that these weird conveyor belts follow and like drop it onto a conveyor belt and then go pick it up or go interact with it in the new area that the conveyor belt takes it to. Sweet, this was tile set 4 though. This was the next spot to look. Ooh. Okay. Still kind of the same well, okay, maybe not as much of the problem because these have borders. So they would look more appropriate ending. Ooh, I kind of like this guy. Can we just repeat you? Ooh, you do work if we just repeat the middle. Okay, I think we found our paths. Sweet. So I don't think we'll use brick sparingly in the right spots. Brick is fucking cool. It's kind of homey, kind of cozy. Okay. My God. So what are all of our options? We found the spot. We found the pathways. You may or may not have gotten frustrated with your overlay and ended an hour early. Geez, that's totally understandable. Honestly, I feel like you should just do... You should do a bunch of like short test streams where you like... Or recordings. You don't even have to stream it. You can just record it. Which is what I did. And then like figure out how you want your overlay to look. You can fix it with a little color variation though. That's a good point. Shoot, I can't. I think the term for it in here is modulate. You can take a tile set and just change certain aspects of its color and then change those same aspects for all of the pieces that have that color. The example I saw, they just like change a tree's color to like from like a simple green to like a nice orangey red and then back to green and then to like a cool purpley color. So yeah, we could definitely do that easily. Next stream, you'll try to save it and see how the sound is. Yeah, you should definitely do that. The frustrating thing about that, Cheese, is when you're just starting out, there's only so much you can do to make the sound quality good, and the best kind of microphone that can kind of like the microphone that I'm using is a dynamic microphone, and it like the way that it picks up sound is awesome because it doesn't pick up weird noises in the background anywhere near as much as cheaper microphones do. And then that sucks because a cheaper microphone might be the only thing you can really the only thing that makes sense to try using. And then at that point, like if your parents run an air conditioner or if there's noise from the street outside, like sometimes you just can't do anything about that. There are some little tweaks you can do in OBS to have it ignore sounds in certain frequencies. You should look up YouTube videos for how to make things sound good. You can do quite a bit of work with OBS, filtering out certain wavelengths, and it'll actually get rid of a lot of the background noise. Oh, this guy's like perfect. Oh, okay. We found our guy. So I think I want to add like 3 of these in, and that'll be like the last thing I do before I end today. So we're definitely doing this guy. I think I want to do this guy and then also this guy. Although this guy's kind of cool. What do you look like if we extend you out a little bit too repetitive? But if this path was a little bit different, it almost looks like this path would be a cool little like variation to it. Ooh, actually, now hold on. If we did something like we had like a bigger area. Actually, let's just make you... Nope. That, and then that, and then that. Okay, we could have done that much faster. So if we had something like that this could fit inside... You didn't make it big enough, bro. Okay. Okay, now it's big enough. Would this look cool? Yeah, we could just like scatter this kind of randomly throughout whatever this, if this was a really big area with stones laid down. It could kind of be like randomly smattered in and out as like damage. Okay, that's cool. So that's not really helpful for right now, but that's a cool idea. Okay, so we're still just gonna go with the 3. Ooh, this guy too? Okay, 4. We're gonna add in 4. Oh, this guy's cool too. Okay, 5. 5? Oh, you're too complicated. I don't understand you. You have too many extra things. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so 4. Okay. All right, we're doing 4 stone paths. The guy who made extra credits has a Let's Play channel, and he still complains about fast cars driving by and being picked up by his mic. Yeah, he could just... He's been doing mic content for 16 years. Holy shit, yeah, he could just get like a dynamic microphone, which like this one is made by Shure, which is amazing. It's like $250. You can find it on sale for $200. And then a little bit of tweaking with filters, like people won't hear it. And then this has happened to me when like a loud motorcycle is driven by and I'm like, oh, loud motorcycle. And I look over at the mic and the mic's not picking up the motorcycle. It's just picking up me complaining about the motorcycle. Kanto expansion seems like fun. It does sound like some cool additions to the original version. There's a pre-gym in Viridian now. That's so cool. I want more little tweaks like that. I want like that's why I'm making fucking my own game, because I want to have a bunch of little surprises like that. It is really cool going to Saffron and having the fighting gym, just like an extra situation. I like that. I want there to feel like there's so many things you could do in a Pokemon game. You don't need to engage with all of them. You could do it if you want to or not. But when I'm playing a Pokemon game, I feel like there isn't enough, like I don't want to grind wild Pokemon except for catching them. So then I feel like I have to fight every single trainer and do every single thing. Infinite Fusion did a nice thing where you could rematch people, so that was cool. That was a nice alteration. All right, what are we do? Oh, nope, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Undo. Oh, my headset shut down. She didn't even warn me she was low. Heckin' rude. And we're back. Okay. Also, there's what you assume is either a Fakemon or a scrapped Pokemon that looked like Meowth. Ooh. You could probably find out pretty quickly what it is. I'm sure you've seen the cool like beta versions of Pokemon from like Gold and Silver. There was a Gold and Silver beta, and there's a bunch of cool, weird Pokemon that like the final version of them were different, or they were scrapped altogether. I would guess you've seen that. But maybe there's a situation like that, and if so, you could probably track it down. Okay, so we're on terrain 15. Okay, so we need like 4 stone roads. Oh my god, and it switched the tile set again. I gotta figure that out. Okay, so we're just gonna make stone road 1. Sure, yeah. Stone road 1. Stone road 2. Stone Road 3, and you know what I should have done is just copied Stone Road, pasted it, but here we are. Okay, so we have our 4 stone roads. Now we have to actually tell Godot. Oh, we have just regular stone road. Oh, I think we're gonna scrap that guy though. Okay, so it was in tile set 5 or 4? Oh, there's cool stuff in 5. It was in 4. Okay. So, number 1, let's just start at the top. Who wants to get in? You are the cool one. Okay, and then we just come in here and we just... Okay, now it knows that those are the major components, and then we need this cool little corner situation going on. Perfect. And then what next? Next, we just go to the next stone road. That's going to be this guy. And these are his little corner pieces. Guess what? These are internal corners. These are external corners. I guess that's the way to look at it. You can always get the time right you plan on streaming every now and then. Starting around an hour before the time I start, and then ending an hour after the time I start. All right. Cool, dude. If I'm not busy with stuff, I'll come hang out. Usually I have there's like I don't know how long it'll take me to prepare for a stream. Like it'll take 5 minutes if nothing goes wrong. Or it could take up to 30 minutes if something goes wrong. So I always kind of have like that unclear amount of time before a stream where I'm just kind of like, well, everything works. So I guess I'll just sit around. I don't know. I'll answer some emails or something. If I don't have anything to do, I can definitely just come hang out. All right. We got Stone Road 2 done. Stone Road 3. Who's number 3? Wait, I didn't just repeat. Shoot. No, it's you. It was you. Okay, great. Yeah, okay. For a second, I thought I just overwrote the things that were for Stone Road 1 and made them for Stone Road 2. Okay, we're skipping you. We're doing this guy? Yeah, we're doing this guy for number 3. And his little 2x2 is down here. And then we just do a quick boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boop. Okay. And then you as well. Okay. Still under the suspicion that this is slightly incorrect, but we'll draw a few examples out to make sure. All right, number 4. Oh, that's a terrible color. That's so hard to see. Okay, I might actually need to change that color. I think I can see it well enough. Yeah, I think we're good. Cool. And then over... Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Undo. It's you. We're doing the cobblestone brick guy. Hopefully that undo fully undid everything. Because not only were we drawing new shapes for our Stone Road terrain, but we were also overwriting for the previous Stone Road terrain. Are you still good? I can't really tell. You are still good. Okay, we can tell for sure. Great. Okay. So now we have them. Let's save. Let's go over to our tile map. They're not going to be there in the terrains. We'll just hop around and hey, there they are. All right. The unspecific timing is because you have no idea what time it is in my time zone. Oh, for sure, for sure. You could always just say your time zone and then I'll be able to convert it. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Oh my God, I get that that's a reference to the weird meme where the guy took a picture of himself standing with his feet in the Burger King lettuce and then the internet tracked him down and got him fired. What? No, why is it number 15? So tomorrow's your first payment. Ooh. Are you gonna... So yay, like with a question mark? Come on. If you're gonna save it, that's cool. If you're saving up to buy something fun, that's cool. If you're gonna spend it on, like, I don't know, go buy something. It's cool when you buy something with your own money. Buy something cool. I know the meme, but not the famous narration. Not really. Like, was it like part of a countdown thing? Like top 20 stupid memes that everybody forgot about or something? I don't know. Okay. Great. So this does in fact work. Nope. You got to draw shapes, buddy. Let's draw a little. And we can't do an individual one. Always got to be thickness of 2. Cool. Okay. This does in fact work. Let's check out, let's undo all that. Honestly, it would have been faster to erase. Let's check out the one that I think I will like the most, which I think is this guy. Because it has a little bit, yeah, there's a little bit of transparency at the edges of it. Let's just make sure he works. Okay, he does in fact work. All right, cool. It's less than you would get for all the other months because your work class started on day 19. Oh, sure. So then this is just going to be like a little tiny a little tiny thing. Well, I don't know. Go buy like a go buy a milkshake or something cool, or don't. I don't know. It's cool to have money. It changes your perspective on things. I think it makes you value the things you get more, which is cool. There was a channel that made countdowns. Oh, so it's like a specific channel reference. And one of them had the foot lettuce meme, and it went viral because of the guy's way of speaking. Okay. So like the way he says like number 15, like it's just like something weird or dumb. Here's a nickel, kid. Go buy yourself a real computer. Oh my god. And honestly, Teamworm, it's like it's the expensive stuff, I feel like, that you appreciate. When you buy something that's like nice for yourself that is costly, that like you couldn't get otherwise. It like, I don't know, the first headset I bought was like the first thing I purchased with money from working in college. And that was like I still have that headset. I still love that headset. Replace the battery on it. It's very heavy. It's the first generation of this headset, which this is like generation 6. It's so much heavier than this one. And it didn't work, and then I like resoldered part of it and got it working. And then it stopped working, which probably means my soldering job was bad, is honestly my guess, because I'm really bad at soldering. Although I did repair, the first thing I ever soldered was a monitor I got for my birthday that a capacitor went out in it, and I replaced that capacitor. Then I replaced that capacitor again. And then something else failed on it. And I was like, okay, this like tiny components, tiny things I can't deal with. Anyway, I don't know. I gotta wrap up. I got shit to do. Oh my god, Cheese, you tried to like phonetically, you tried to represent his weird way of speaking. Okay, so he says like number 15. Sure. I feel like maybe I do know it. Given the currency exchange, you might be able to buy a computer with that nickel. That's so brutal. It's brutal. Give you a second to find the clip. Just post it in the Discord. I'll check it out. I gotta wrap up. This was a fun, chill experience, and we'll be back next week. What are we gonna handle next week? I think I'm gonna fuck around building stuff in between. In the meantime, I'll get more objects put in, but then next week we're gonna actually start like drawing the actual map with all of these things that I spent all day importing into the terrain feature set. So yeah, shit. I don't know. Have a nice day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? I'm playing Elden Ring tomorrow. We're done with Pokemon Infinite Fusion for now. I got really mad about the Elite Four not being that hard to fight, so we're just gonna We're gonna not continue after that. Oh, she's found the clip. All right. I will watch it after I close down the stream. So yeah, tomorrow we're just gonna play a bunch of fucking Elden Ring, and then more Elden Ring the next day, and then the next day we're gonna finally beat Zelda because I'm at the very end of it, and then we're gonna play Pony Island, which is some weird fucking game that it's supposed to be strange and interesting. So I don't know. I hope I see you guys around. Have a nice day. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Take it easy.